Welcome. It is playoff football here in the Panhandle, Florida. I'm Irish Bill with Seminole Bob, bringing you Buchholz Bobcats against the Navarre Raiders here in the first round of the Class 7A playoffs. Good evening, Bob.
Hello there. You know how many steps it is up to the roof?
One too many.
I counted 53 and I stopped.
It's still not as bad as over at Choctaw, though. It's 74 to the top.
Oh, gosh.
Over there next to the press box at Choctaw.
Which one is it where you actually got to climb a ladder like you're in a submarine?
I'm not sure, but I tell you, on the home side, I counted every one of them. 74 steps from the top to the bottom. But luckily, at Choctaw, they have a restroom in the press box. So you don't have to go all the way down and over and back and behind, and off to grandmother's house we go.
Oh, no kidding.
So great game coming up tonight.
Yep.
7-1 Buchholz, 6-0 Navarre. Both teams coming in on winning streaks. Navarre 6 in a row, Buchholz on 7 in a row. So something's got to give tonight, Bob.
Yeah, really two identical teams. Statistics, types of offense, just great playmakers on both sides of the ball. And speaking of which, I think I saw where Grady Kelly earned FACA Player of the Year.
For the district.
Yeah.
Also from South Walton, 4A Class District 1, our 3-time Player of the Week, Kemper Hodges, from South Walton High School, the Class 4A District 1 Player of the Year.
So that's offense and defense. So that was the Player of the Year.
Okay.
A defensive player, a lineman. Awesome.
Well, I look at his stats. He had 4 sacks in the game at Crestview. That gives him 8 for the season. But the one stat that really impressed me as I went back and added up the numbers, so I just finally got all the numbers from Coach Walls, 26 quarterback hurries.
Oh, no doubt. He was in the backfield more than their running backs and caused havoc. You know, after they had that long, Crestview had that long completion, I think the defensive coaching staff did some mid-game adjustments, and that's what you got to do in really any level of football. But they did a great job, and Navarre was off last week. I don't know. Would you rather have played or rested?
Well, I know Coach Walls went down to Gainesville this past Friday night.
Sure did.
To scout both Creekside and Buchholz. And he was very impressed with the Bobcats on both sides of the ball. He says we match up with them really well on the defensive side of the ball. Our defense has been playing really well here at Navarre over the last 2 or 3 games.
Yep.
And especially in the Crestview game, yes, they scored 13, but the last score was with no time on the clock. So that never really was a game. They beat a very tough Enterprise team in Alabama, a very tough Andalusia team in Alabama. I think they're ready coming into this game. They're rested. They're ready to play. And I'm ready for some football.
Now, the coach, was it at Andalusia who coached in South Florida?
He was actually over at Apopka.
It was Andalusia.
I think it was either Andalusia or Enterprise. I can't remember which.
They won. I think it was Enterprise. They won their games, and so they are like in the.
They should be in the 3rd round by now.
Yeah, I think they are. They had a big win. So, what does that mean? Well, Navarre is battle tested. We played some tough teams. Let's keep in mind this team called Pace, huh? Pace is in the same round now. They won their play-in game. We didn't broadcast the Pace game. I had other things that pressing matters, family matters. You saw Pace. And then Pace goes and has the biggest upset probably in Northwest Florida so far.
Knocking off Washington last week.
And so you say, look at the playoff teams. Well, of course, everybody got in the playoffs. But the teams who have come this far, Navarre is battle-tested.
And Pace is going to play the team that knocked out Fort Walton Beach last week, Lee. But Lee has to come here. So that's good for Pace that they get to play a home game against Lee. Lee, very, very talented team. And Pace is going to have their troubles with them up in the northern part of the county. But this is 6-0 Navarre, 7-1 Buchholz. It's IrishBillSports.com bringing you live playoff action from Bennett C. Russell Stadium, the 20th of November, 2020. So 2020.
Yeah. And she's not here yet because she's the swim team once again doing the fundraiser, parking cars. We expect a full house tonight. She'll be here on our camera here shortly. It is Anne Marie's 16th birthday. Sweet 16.
Happy birthday to Ammo.
Yeah, old Ammo.
But we got our first Tim Keene checking in already.
Hey, Tim.
Checking in for the pregame. Thanks, Tim. And I know we're going to have a lot of people out there tonight watching from wherever you may be. We appreciate you. We're happy that we're able to bring you this game and the playoffs. It's up to the FHSA. It's out of our hands every Friday night now, so we got to get permission. And luckily, we're here.
Like Herm Edwards say, that's why they play the game. And
hopefully he's recovering from his bout with COVID.
Yeah, I sure did. I saw that where he had COVID. Manny, coach of University of Miami Hurricanes, he also has COVID. And so anyway, for those that could not make it out tonight, we appreciate it. Let us know where you're listening, watching, doing both from.
You can go on our live chat on YouTube, and you can send us messages there. Let us know who you are. If you have a relation on the team, let us know who that is so we can give you a shout-out. We're glad that you're out there, and we're glad to be here. It's a beautiful night for football. We've ran into much colder temperatures this time of year in previous games, have we not, Bob?
We sure have. Yeah, we sure have. And, it's just a pleasure to do it, and we do it, by the way, Bill, for free.
Yep.
Don't charge.
No charge. We thank we can't say that, unfortunately. During the playoffs, we cannot say that, what I was going to say. But we thank the people that support us throughout the season. University of Lending Group, Culvers of Navarre, the Navarre Quarterback Club, Ursula Householder.
Oh, Ursula.
And,
wow.
And Express Employment Professionals. Without them, we wouldn't be up here, and we thank them. And this game is courtesy of them.
And the 53 steps.
And the 53 steps. But I guess you know what we got to do this time of year. Unfortunately, you're watching the 2020 FHSA Football Region Quarterfinals on IrishBillSports.com. Rights to the webcast of this region quarterfinal game in the 2020 FHSAA Class 7A Football Championships have been granted to IrishBillSports.com by the Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. Let's get another one out of the way while we're at it. Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. This message provided by this station and the FHSAA.
The Mixons?
Malik Dixon checking in from Virginia once again. Thanks, Malik, for checking in. Here for the pregame. We are about, let's look down here at the clock. We're about 15 minutes from kickoff here as we're winding down to about 7:15. Both teams have left the field. They're going in for their last minute of instructions from their coaches. And that will be a good time for us to take a break and hear the words for the people that bring you this game.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Navarre Raider Sports is brought to you by Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Residential Real Estate, your local real estate connection. With Ursula, you got a positive, helpful partner for buying or selling a home. Ursula can help with all of your real estate needs. Whether in the Florida Panhandle or around the world, her 16 years experience in real estate will work for you with innovative marketing strategies. Thinking about selling your home? Call Ursula for a free marketing analysis to see if you qualify for one of the incentive programs. Call or text 850-642-5711. Email ursula.householder@floridamoves.com or go to householderhomes.com. Go Raiders! Your fans are all behind you at the field or while you're watching at home. Welcome back to Bennett C. Russell Stadium. This is Irish Bill with Seminole Bob, bringing you Navarre Raider playoff football here on IrishBillSports.com. And we are about, we're about 7:15, so about 10, 15 minutes away from kickoff, and a very good matchup coming up tonight.
Yeah, it's almost like Navarre will be looking in the mirror. And, again, after playing some crazy Alabama veer,
That was different.
And then going and playing Crestview with a one-back set, doing the RPO with a speedy quarterback. Navarre can safely say they've almost seen it all.
Both coaches in their ninth year with their respective programs. Mark Whitmore in his ninth year, they're 55-40 overall in his tenure. Their season looks like this: Oakleaf 35, Buchholz 14 in Game 1. Game 2, Buchholz 54, Eastside 0. Game 3, Buchholz 59, Sewanee 42. Game 4, Buchholz 48, Steinbrenner 28. Buchholz 24, Fleming Island 21. Buchholz 49, Creekside 27 in Game 6. Game 7, Buchholz 53, Santa Fe nothing. And Game 8 last week, Buchholz 46, Creekside 13.
They can score points now.
Navarre comes in this game 6-0. 17-7 winners over Pace in Week 1. A come from behind win in Week 2 at Gulf Breeze, 35-21. Then a win at home against Choctaw, 50-21. Then the back-to-back weeks against Alabama teams, and 2 victories there. And then last week at Crestview, a 30-13 win. The Raiders averaging just over 30 points a game coming into this game. Buchholz averaging a little over 40. Both defenses are playing really good ball of late.
Yeah, it'll be like you said earlier, something's got to give. And speaking of giving, Bill, we want to wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving week. Many of the school teachers, well, all of the school teachers just about in the Panhandle, and kids are off for Thanksgiving break. We'll be off about 10 days. So time to do some things that we normally don't have time, like, oil changes and doctor's appointments and stuff like that. Ammo goes for physical therapy on her shoulder this week. So all those little things. But we want to wish our listening audience a happy Thanksgiving week. And I'm sure we'll say it once again Wednesday night live from Culver's on Irish Bill Sports Twist.
We got a couple more checking in tonight. Quad City Dogs, thanks. Let's go Raiders. And checking in from New Mexico, supporting from New Mexico, the Navarre Raiders. Let's get this W. Go number 71 and 31. Elijah and Sebastian Melendez. They're my awesome nephews. Love you guys. And beast mode all day for them. And that is, I know I'm probably going to mess this last name up, Villapando. I'm sorry if I messed that up, but thank you for it's Villapando.
Villapando. Barbara. We'll just call her Barbara.
Barbara, thanks for checking in tonight. And we got another birthday tonight. One of my former broadcasters, Phil Williams. His wife Cindy's birthday today as well. So happy birthday, Cindy Williams.
Absolutely.
And we got to do our normal shout-outs. My good friend Todd over in Sweden. Hopefully he's tuning in tonight. Coach Baldry's mother always checks in. Wherever you are out tonight, we're glad that you out there. Willie Roper checking in tonight. Said, let's go Bobcats. So we got some Buchholz fans on here as well.
We love
Thanks, Willie, for checking in. That's why we do it. For those people that can't be here, that's why we bring you the games each and every week. And thank you, Willie Roper from Gainesville.
Absolutely. Does it matter? We want everyone that listens in to enjoy the game. We may be just a tad biased.
We try to be as unbiased as possible. He's rooting for number 50, Jesse Modikin.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly there. We try to stay as unbiased. It shows once in a while throughout the game, but
we're glad to do it because not only is it the relatives out there throughout the United States that are listening in, and very possibly, well, we know for a fact there are men and women overseas listening who may not be able to communicate with us or don't want to communicate with us, that are listening to the game or listen to the playback. Because you know what? Tonight's game, Bill, if you like it or you don't like it, you can watch it for free.
For free.
Irish Bill
No
Sports.
pay-per-view.
No pay-per-view.
we may as we go down the line, but I'm going to try. If Navarre keeps on winning, we'll see how the funds look. And we're going to try to keep it as free from our customers as much as possible.
As I understand it, Navarre wins. They're at home next week against the winner of Leon and
another Buchholz fan checking in, Jesse Hudson. Thanks, Jesse, for checking in. Said rooting for number 5, Quan Lee. And thank you guys for checking into our broadcast tonight, because I know that's a long haul. You're looking about a 6-hour drive down to Gainesville from here, so I can understand. We did that 5.5 hours to Jacksonville last week, and that's a haul, especially coming back late at night.
Ooh, mercy. Yeah, it was.
We're going to be turning it over to our field mic. We're going to have the colors coming up here shortly. And that only means one thing. We are just moments away from kickoff here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. I'm Irish Bill with Seminole Bob, and we're going to turn the camera and the field mic out to the field.
With the Navy flag, Cadet Lieutenant Commander Ethan Gifford. On right rifle, Lieutenant Junior Grade Alex Warnock. And on left rifle, Cadet Commander Liam Gibson.
The Navarre Navy Junior ROTC coming to the center of the field. And we'll have our national anthem played by the Navarre Raider Marching Band here down to our left. It's good to see them down in the stands tonight, Bob.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have approached the 50-yard line and turning towards our direction here on top of the press box. And just moments away from our national anthem. Another fine job by the Navarre Raider Marching Band as the junior ROTC gets ready to leave the field as they head back to the south end zone. We have 2 minutes on the clock, and we are about 7 minutes from kickoff here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. Got a couple more checking in. Ronnie Moore, Crestview fan, and I'm pulling for the Raiders. Let's go 850. Thanks, Ronnie, for checking in. Barbara checking back in. Grandpa Harry is giving a shout-out to his grandkids, number 71, Elijah Melendez, and number 31, Sebastian Melendez, turning in from California. Go, boys, let's get this win. Ronnie checking back in, as well as the Navy Junior OTC leaves the field. The team should be coming out of their respective locker rooms here momentarily, and we're about ready for action here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium on a beautiful Friday night here in November in the Panhandle of Florida. It's Class 7A football on IrishBillSports.com. Buchholz will be wearing their all-white jerseys with black numbers. Navarre will be in their black pants with their maroon jerseys and their black Raider helmet.
I think that was Onyx. Is it Onyx?
They're wearing the black pants tonight.
Ah. All right.
Something that combo that they have not played in all year long.
Okay.
So we are just moments away here. We're going to have the toss here, as only one team captain from each team is allowed to go out for the toss with the COVID restriction going on. There will be some extra captains on the sidelines, but only one individual can go out for the coin toss.
Mr. Boozer just took the words right out of my mouth.
And Robert Lopez checking in again tonight from Buffalo, New York. Zach's grandfather checking in. Go Zach, number 4. Zach Marquise for the Raiders. He said, go Raiders from Buffalo, New York. So now we got New York,
California,
New Mexico, and California already
Virginia,
tonight.
New Mexico.
Gainesville.
Florida, yep.
A good start here early on. Hopefully y'all enjoy the broadcast tonight. We'll do our best job that we can. So hopefully you can pull it up on your big screen. That's what's nice about YouTube. You can go out to your YouTube channel and pull it up on your big screen, and you can watch the game on the big screen.
Yeah, and with just a little hint of coolness in the air.
Also, another individual checking in tonight from Tallahassee, Navarre alum Brady Hamill. We'll be watching on the big
Brady.
screen over there with
Good
Octavian.
evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Coley Prevet checking in, said, let's go Bobcats, kill 'em boys.
Stadium, where
Number
your
31, Hunter Smith, Gainesville.
take on
What I was
We
going to
welcome
say,
all of our fans from Gainesville as well, not able to make it here tonight.
what I was going to say is get the big TV, right? And with a little hint of coolness in the air, get that fire started in the fireplace tonight.
Oh, this will be a perfect night for it. Aiden De Hoyas checking in. Keep them coming. We enjoy our viewers, no matter who you're rooting for. We love having our fans out there and our viewers out there catching our games each and every Friday night on IrishMillSports.com and also out on YouTube at Irish Mill Sports Live. So if you miss any part of this game and you want to go back and catch it, it will stay on my website and out on YouTube for as long as they keep it out there. That's the nice thing about it if you miss any part of the game. Your captain tonight out at the midfield stripe for Navarre, number 24, Bailey Houston. For Buchholz, number 52, Deshaun Owens.
special teams captain number 29.
And your other captains for Navarre here in the near sideline, Preston Penton, Grady Kelly, and Jaden Rivera.
And your Raider captain number 24, Bailey Houston.
Like I said, Buchholz will be coming out in all their white uniforms with black numbers and black helmet. Their colors are black and gold. Navarre will be coming out in their black pants with their maroon jerseys, white numbers, black helmet.
Bobcats win the toss and elect to receive the opening kickoff.
Bobcats won the toss and are taking the ball. Is that
Interesting.
confidence in your offense, Bob?
You know, Navarre starts early. You look at the season, they've scored most of their points early. And so Gainesville wants to set the tone and score early, perhaps.
And here comes the Bobcats out of the north end zone. 7-1 Buchholz on the road here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium this evening. Also checking in tonight, Jessica Demers. Let's go Bobcats, number 15, number 59, and number 5. And here comes your Navarre Raiders out of the south end zone. Wearing their black pants, maroon jerseys, black helmets. And 6-0 on the season against 7-1 Buchholz. What a game we got going on here tonight. It's a great matchup between two coaches and a great organizations by, I say organizations, both programs, not organizations, but, well, they are a little bit organizations.
Why not?
Well, thank everybody as we're getting ready to kick off here. Momentarily, Navarre will be kicking out of the south end zone. Buchholz will line up in the north end zone, waiting to kick from Preston Penton, senior kicker for the Navarre Raiders. School record holder with long field goal of 48 yards earlier in the season, and had a nice 42-yarder in their game last week at Crestview. Back deep for Buchholz. Quandarius Smith and Quan Lee. They're back standing about their own 5-yard line, waiting to kick from Preston Penton.
Preston Penton as the kicking team.
It's going to be a kick to Smith. He's got a nice return out over the 25. There's a flag down. Our screen has gone black here for a second. Let me check the connections here real quick. There we go. We're back up and running. Sometimes they get a little loose. We've got the camera back up and running now. There was a flag on the initial kickoff on the return by Smith. and it's going to back the Bobcats up back inside their own 15. First penalty of the night.
Ball to the back against the Bobcats. Going to back them up. Puts them inside the 10. First and 10, Bobcats from the 8-yard line.
Number 4 in at quarterback, sophomore Creed Whitmore. First and 10 Bobcats from their own 6. Single receivers to both sides. Single back in the backfield. It's a handoff up the middle, met right at the line of scrimmage, but he's pushing forward out over the 10 and out to the 11, a 5-yard gain. On the carry by Smith. They're going to give him 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6 for the Bobcats from their own 11. Whitmore into shotguns. Twins to the top of the screen, single to the bottom. 2nd and 6 for the Bobcats. It's going to be handoff to Smith. He's running hard over the 15. He's got their initial first down of the ball game as he gets out to the 19-yard line. A gain of 8 and a Bobcat first down.
Yeah, just straight power up the middle. Testing the Navarre defense.
First and 10 for the Bobcats from the 19 as they just take this opening drive, and they have a first down. Whitmore back to pass. He's got a receiver here on the far sideline, but great defensive pursuit by the Raiders defense, and it's going to be out to the 22 for a 3-yard gain on the pass out to Adrian Sermons.
Teams have had some success with Navarre on the flanker screen. That time, corner came up. Good tackle, good pursuit by the Raider defense.
2nd and a long 6 for the Bobcats from their own 22-yard line. Whitmore back to pass. They're trying to throw a screen on the backfield. It's going to be caught. Big yardage, big gain. And he's going to take it down the sideline for a Bobcat touchdown from 77 yards out. Quan Lee with the reception. And the Bobcats on the board first on the 77-yard pass from Whitmore to Smith, actually to Lee. And the Bobcats on the board first.
Well, Navarre had it smelled out. Missed tackle and good speed by Gainesville. We knew they had it. Good execution there.
77-yard touchdown for Buchholz with 10:09 on the clock. And for the extra point, as Buchholz gets on the board, and it's blocked, but there's a flag on the play.
He missed 2 last week in their playoff win.
Whitmore, only a sophomore quarterback with an impressive arm there.
Legal procedure called against the Bobcats.
But a big 77-yard strike. The Raiders had it covered, but Quan Lee was just a little too strong and got away from the would-be tackler and takes it down the near sideline for a 77-yard touchdown. Kick is up, it's true, and it's through.
Kick is up, and it's good. Bobcats strike first.
And let's see who the kicker, we're going to give the kicker some credit here. If I can see his number once he turns around here. 7-0 Bobcats. Here in quarter number 1. Number 31 kicking off. That would be Hunter Smith.
He has got a leg, the Navarre coaches have said.
7-0 Bobcats here. Just underway at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. Hunter Smith. There's a Hunter Smith that plays for the Vikings that played at Notre Dame. One of the best safeties in the NFL.
That. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But this young man is a kicker, and he's got quite the leg.
You know, the Charlotte team that's now called the Hornets, Michael Jordan,
Yes.
Their original name was the Bobcats.
That's correct.
Named after their former owner, who was, I think, one of the first minority owners in the the NBA. It was named after Robert Bob, like me.
So the Bobcats hit the scoreboard first.
That's exactly what they wanted to do, except the coin flip. Of course, Navarre will get the ball to start the second half. First things first, this is an important drive for Navarre, their first one.
Trent Hall back deep inside the 5 for the Raiders if he's able to return this one from the mighty leg of one Hunter Smith. Bobcats have 7-0, 10:09 on the clock here in the first quarter. This ball is returnable. It's inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be a nice return by number 14, Trent Hall, out to the 23. It's going to be a return of 21 for Hall. And a Raider first down is where they'll start their first possession.
First and 10 Raiders.
Zach Marquis starting the game out for the Raiders tonight. Jaden Rivera in the backfield. Trent Hall, A.J. Arno, your receivers. On the far side, Matthew Perea here on the near side. First and 10 Raiders from the 24. It's going to be Marquis is going to throw across the middle. A nice catch and a Raider first down over the 35 out to the 36. They're going to spot the ball right at the 35. It's a gain of 11 to Trent Hall and a Raider first down.
And it's the birthday girl.
Trent Hall, number 14 on the reception.
We wished you a happy birthday earlier, Anne Marie. Sweet 16.
Great patience there by Marquis in the backfield.
Yep.
First and 10, Rivera is going to slip and get a positive yardage, but it's going to be minimal out to the 37. A gain of 2 will bring up second and 8.
Yeah, that middle of the field's pretty worn at this time of year. I know the girls' soccer team is playing their games over at the NYSA field, so this is just wear and tear.
Second and 8 for the Raiders. Yeah, they're only going to play one game over here, and that's going to be senior night. Second and 8 for the Raiders. Trips to the top of the screen. Empty on the left. Rivera in the backfield. It's going to be Marquis on the keeper. A great defensive pressure by the Bobcats, but it's going to be a 1-yard gain for Marquis and bring up a 3rd and 7.
In my understanding, Navarre wins. They host the winner of Navarre, Niceville and Leon. Buchholz wins. They will host Niceville in Gainesville.
3rd and 7 for the Raiders. Let's call it 3rd and a long 6. Twins to both sides. Rivera in the backfield. Marquis back to pass. He's feeling pressure. He's got Rivera on the screen. And he's got for the Raiders first down the near sideline. 40, 30, 25. No flags are down. Down inside the 25, down to the 23 on the near sideline. About right where Coach Walls is standing. It's going to be a gain down to the
35. No.
It is going to be a penalty against the Raiders. But it should be a first down for Navarre. So the gain is going to be down to the 35. 15 and 12, a 27-yard pass play to
Against the Raiders.
Rivera.
They called that a targeting foul on the offense.
The Raiders will still have a first down out at midfield.
Wow. Calling it on the offensive player for lowering his head.
You don't see that too often.
Nope.
First and 10 for Navarre at the midfield stripe. Big 3rd down conversion for the Raiders. It's going to be Rivera. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and lose one back to the 49, back into Raider territory.
It's a little game of cat and mouse. Everybody checking the offensive and defensive lines, seeing how everybody responds. We'll see Rivera pop that outside next time like he did in Crestview.
2nd and 11 for the Raiders from their own 49, trailing 7-0 with 7:46 on the clock. Trips to the far side, single to the near side. Rivera in the backfield with Marquise. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and into Bobcat territory down to the 49. Give him 2. They'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Well, both teams have used the screen for big gains. That's what you want to do with a team that blitzes, and great, as you mentioned, great patience by Marquise on that screen. We may see a little throw to the backfield.
And we're going to have a timeout with 7:07.
A flag on the play by the back judge.
And usually that's a
illegal
delay
substitution
against the Bobcats, and they'll bring up 3rd and 4 now.
Miracle Strip Officials Association. Local crew, which is kind of surprising, doing this game. Mark Humphreys, the white hat, veteran white hat.
3rd and 4 for Navarre now, thanks to the 5-yard penalty. They're down to Buchholz's 44-yard line with 6:55 on the clock, trailing 7-0. Miller goes in motion from right to left. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera. He's going to be down to the 41. And what do you do here, 4th and 1, Bob?
Too long for a field goal.
Keep the offense on the field?
Oh, I would. If Gainesville had not scored early, I would definitely punt the ball.
And it looks like Coach Walls is going to play the field position here. But look who's in the backfield.
Now, we ran a fake off of this against Crestview. And is that who I think it is?
You have Jaden Rivera in the backfield.
Blocking. Look for the fake here.
With Grady Kelly and Devin Wright. Preston Penton back to take the punt.
No.
He's going to play field position.
Great punt.
And it's where the ball is not. You can actually be standing in the end zone, but the ball is inside the 5 at the 1-yard line.
Okay, yeah, I thought maybe he had touched the goal line, and in that case it would have been a touchback. But nice punt.
40-yard punt. Actually a 43-yard punt. And it sets up the Buchholz from their own 1.
Now they're having a discussion with the white hat. Did he come in? Did he go into the end zone? Guess not. So once again, poor field position for Gainesville. Last time worked out pretty well.
94 yards.
Yep.
4 plays. 94 yards for Bobcats in their first possession. Up 7-0 with 5:59 on the clock here in the opening quarter. Both teams with 1 possession so far. And the Raiders need to make a big stand here. Whitmore standing in his own end zone. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from their 1. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. He's going to get out to about the 3-yard line. I believe that will be number 3, Quandarius Smith. 2nd and 7. Actually, they're only going to give him 2, so let's call it 2nd and 8 for Smith on the gain on 1st down. Twin receivers near side, single to the top, single set back with the H-back on the right side. Whitmore back to pass. And he just outthrew his intended receiver, Lee. And it's going to bring up 3rd and a long 8.
Navarre was in single coverage. Maybe just a little bit more air on that, and that could have been another Gainesville touchdown.
You think the Bobcats will play it safe here on this and run the ball?
I would.
Or would they try to go for the home run once again?
Depends on. We may allow the quarterback to audible, see where the linebackers are.
3rd and 8 for the Bobcats from their own 4. It's going to be a first down run out over the 10 and out to about the 16-yard line for Smith. Move the chains, a 13-yard gain on 3rd and 8. And Buchholz's second first down of the game. They play that quick hurry-up offense.
Yeah, early on they weren't. They were in a traditional in a huddle. Now they do go hurry up, trying to catch Navarre off. There's an illegal block on the back. Missed over there.
On the far sideline, it's going to be a gain of about 4.
We've seen screen, we've seen run up the middle, and we've seen the flanker screen to that side. So, and then that one long incomplete pass.
2nd and 6 for the Bobcats from the 19. Met right at the line of scrimmage and getting tackled there at the 23-yard line after a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 3 for the Bobcats.
It would be huge here. I know that sounds very trite, but huge here for Navarre with a stop on 3rd down. Taking a long time getting a play in from the sidelines, perhaps a little hesitancy, don't know what to do. They may go for the home run here. They got
3rd and a long 3. Whitmore in the shotgun, Smith to his right. Jackson and Lee to the near side. Twins to the top of the screen as well for the Bobcats. 7-0 with 3:59 on the clock here in the opening quarter. I think Bobcats take a timeout.
Yeah, I think the defensive setup by Navarre confused the offensive coaches. They changed the plays a couple times, and we'll see what they come out with. They were running out of time, and they're
Niceville up 35-0 in the first quarter on Leon.
Well, this is only Leon's 4th game of the year.
Checking in for the Posies, checking in. Thanks for the broadcast again. Pam and I and the rest of the Posies. Let's go Raiders, get that win. Joe Settle giving us the update. 1:27 to go in the first quarter, 35-0 Niceville. 42-0 now in the second quarter with 9:36 to go. Woo! 3rd and a long 3 for the Bobcats from their own 23-yard line. Up 7-0 here in the first quarter. They're going to do a quick out. And looks like he's going to be right at the first down marker. He gave it up. Now he got it back out over the 30 and out to the 32.
Pass complete.
I hear tweet. So that's either an injury or a
Kelly
a
on the catch.
Penalty marker on the play.
There's a penalty on the play. Let's see what it's going to be here.
Could be
it's back at about the 24-yard line.
Could be a chop block.
Personal foul against the Bobcats. 15-yard penalty. Takes away the first down.
You know, personal foul could mean a lot of things, huh? Could be a wordy-dird. Could be, well, he didn't give a signal for a chop.
Tim Lawson checking in. Time to Raider up. Checking in from Warrior, Alabama.
There you go. That's about 6 or 7 states, and we're still in the first quarter, so let us know where you're listening from.
3:45 on the clock. It starts running once again. It's going to be 3rd and let's call it 15 for the Bobcats from their own 11. Up 7-0 here in the first quarter. Whitmore back to pass. And he is going to go down on the sack all the way inside the. Trying to see, I think that looks like Nate Herring on the sack. See what number that is out there.
Look like Nate.
That is actually number 31. That is Sebastian Melendez on the sack.
All right.
And it's going to be a loss of 5 back to the 6. And we'll see the the punter for Buchholz for the first time tonight.
Warm-ups did not kick them long, but exceedingly high. So look for good coverage for Gainesville.
Jaden Jones back here on his own 46. And we got a little break in the action. Buchholz on top, 7-0 with 2:39 to go here in the opening quarter. He is standing right about a yard in front of the back line, Bob. Jones standing on his Buchholz's. It's a high short punt. And Jaden Jones is going to come up and be aggressive, and he's going to return it down to the 36, a 5-yard return.
I'll take it. Coach will say, good job, but don't do that again. A lot of bad things can happen there. Usually you holler fire. That means everybody get away.
Well, he's got a lot of confidence in himself, and he got 5 yards. Gave the Raiders 5 more yards down to the 36, where it'll be 1st and 10 in their best field position of the night.
Yep. Navarre just needs to get into a rhythm here, running the ball, letting the big bubbas.
1st and 10 Raiders.
Letting the big bubbas eat.
Exactly.
Zach Marquis in a quarterback for the Raiders. Rivera to his right. Hardy, the H-back, trips to the top of the screen for Navarre. 1st and 10 at the Buchholz 35-yard line.
Having issues with the play clock. What they may do is keep it on the field. Mark Humphreys, I think, alerting both coaches that there may be a malfunction, which is the right thing to do, and that they'll keep it on the field. You always like to have your quarterback having a visual of how much time, and you hope not late. It's important anytime, but late in the game, that certainly would be critical.
First and 10 for the Raiders at the 35 with 2:20 on the clock. Trailing 7-0 here in the first quarter. Rivera's going to go break to his right to the outside. He's going to get positive yardage. And nice headstrong run down to the 32, a gain of 3.
Made something out of nothing.
Strong young man that lad is. 3rd and 7 for the Raiders. 3rd and a long, 2nd and a long, 7. 1:58 and running here in the first quarter. 7-0 Buchholz up on top. Courtesy a 77-yard pass from Whitmore to Lee. Kick was good, 7-0 Bobcats. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders as Hardy goes in motion from left to right. And he's going to step. He was a little late on the pass, and it's going to be intercepted by Buchholz. And they're going to take over. He had a little trouble on the snap and kind of rushed his throw.
Yeah, it's a timing play. I'm sure he would like to have that one back. It's a timing play with a low snap. They were going with the, the quick down and in over the middle, and gave the defender time to step in front, pick off the pass.
So Whitmore brings the offense back out. 1st and 10 from the 25 on the interception.
They may try to go home run here.
Quickness on the outside, and that pass goes to Jackson. It's going to be an 8-yard gain from Whitmore to Jackson.
They're very strong. A lot of yak out there, or yards after catch. That touchdown pass was more like a 7-yard pass and a 70-yard run.
2nd and a long 2 for the Bobcats from their 33. 1:04 on the clock here in the first. It's going to be Smith. He's going to lose a couple yards on the big play by Connor Eastwood. All the way back to the 31. He'll bring up 3rd and a long 4 on a 2-yard loss by Smith.
Yeah, linebackers feeling themselves a little bit here, doing some stunning, some early mid-game adjustments
3rd and 5 for the Bobcats from just outside their 31-yard line.
Third down and 5.
Twin receivers to the top of screen, twins to the bottom. Smith in the backfield to the left of Whitmore.
Blitz coming.
And it's going to be incomplete, so the Raiders will force another punt unless they keep the offense out on the field.
Brings up 4th down for the Bobcats.
Good coverage here on the near sideline by Derek Percival.
Yeah, if it had been closer, it could have been interference. But the offensive man also pushed off. So no harm, no foul. Pass slightly overthrown again.
Looks like Smith back to take care of this punt. He was not the first punter, but he will be doing this one for the Bobcats. Jaden Jones back inside his own 35. It looks like Navarre got pulled off sides.
That might be enough for a first down.
I think it will be. And now put the Bobcats
Encroachment defense.
offense back out on the field. 1st and 10 Bobcats from their
Gives the Bobcats
36-yard line. We're down to 17 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Buchholz 7, Navarre 0.
Got to get the right ball in. Let's play with 2 footballs tonight, Bill.
Yeah, why don't we?
Listen, congratulations on your inaugural show last night. Kirsten and I had a date night, and with me keeping the clock at the basketball game, didn't catch it, but I know it went well, and congratulations, and I hope this is the start of many years for you on the air with your own show. Richly deserved.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats from their 36. Seven nothing. Bobcats out on top. Throw on the far sideline. It's going to be overthrown. He'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 11 seconds to go here in the first.
Got some safety help over the top on that. Navarre smelled it out. Was that Jaden Jones, number 2, I believe? You got some scores there, Bill.
Yeah, we'll go over those at the end of the first quarter break. 2nd and 10 for Buchholz from their 36. 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's going to be a handoff to Smith off left tackle. He runs hard, and he's got a big hole, and he might take this to the house. And he's going to do it from 64 yards out. And Buchholz on the board once again at the end of the first quarter. 64-yard run by Smith.
Big plays. The offside hurt, as well as the interception.
Interception and drawing them off on 4th down. Gives them a first down, and they take advantage of it on the play right after. And for the kick is Hunter Smith. Kick is up. Kick is good. 14-0 Buchholz. As we have finished one quarter of play here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. A 64-yard run by Quandarius Smith. And Buchholz jumps out by 14 as we head to the first half break. And let's go over to the scoreboard here. Godby 28, Ribault 28 in the fourth quarter. North Florida Christian over North Florida Educational 42-0. Atlantic Coast 17-9 over Lincoln in the third quarter. Madison County 48-0 over Hilliard. St. Augustine over Escambia 27-12 at the half. Florida High over Pensacola Catholic 24-13 at the half. Fleming Island 14, Childs 0. University Christian 14, St. Paul 7 at the half. West Florida trailing Rickards 30-8. Niceville 42-0 over Leon in the second quarter. Vernon 28, Northview 13 in the second quarter. Pace 12, Lee nothing in the first quarter.
Holy cow.
6-6 Needs and Bluntstown. Baker on top 20-8 in the first quarter. And that's all the scores for now as we get ready to start the second quarter here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. 14-0 Buchholz, the Class 7A region quarterfinal.
Pace Patriots.
You're watching the 2020 FHSA football region quarterfinals on irishbillsports.com. The big play so far, Bob, has been the answer for the Bobcats.
Yep.
Hall back deep for the Raiders. Actually, that looks like Jabari Mitchell back there. It's going to be a line drive kick. He's going to take it at the 2-yard line. Mitchell's going to come to the near sideline. He's got a lot of room over here. Hunter Smith is going to, and a nice move by Mitchell. He's going to get out over the 30, out to the 32-yard line. A 31-yard return by Jabari Mitchell puts the Raiders first and 10 from their 32.
Looks like he ran 60 yards on that.
Jabari Mitchell on the return.
Well, every possession is important. I mentioned the first one after the touchdown. This possession for Navarre, we'll see. You know, Navarre has been down before in the Gulf Breeze game. They showed a lot of mettle, so certainly not panic time.
First and 10 for the Raiders. It's going to be a handoff up the middle out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 for Rivera as Jason deals in. Second and 6 for the Raiders.
And I say this, it's a rhythm. Navarre gets in a rhythm. Get Jaden loose, and then it'll open up passing game.
11:20 on the clock here in the second. 14-0 Buchholz. And Mitchell, a drop pass would have been just shy of the first down, but it's going to bring up third and a long 6.
They had Spirit Week this week at Navarre, preparation for the playoff game. And one of the days was Pajama Day. My kids rolled out of bed.
And went right to school. Hopefully they brushed their teeth.
Yeah, they always do, but yeah.
Dale's going to complete the pass for Rivera, but he is taken down immediately right there at the 37-yard line.
Good coverage by
Jason Martin, number 25.
Yeah. Good
Actually, that was number
deep.
8, E.J. Gatson.
Nothing deep.
2-yard gain, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Penton back to the punt for the second time tonight.
Be a nice place for a turnover here.
It's going to be a punt off to the left, away from the return man. It's going to take a Buchholz bounce out to the 35.
At the 35-yard line of the Bobcats.
A 32-yard punt.
Big Bubba's came off the field a little upset.
Actually, you got a 15. Actually, that was a 27-yard punt from the 37 down to the 35-yard line. So 27-yard punt. And Buchholz with the ball and a 14-point lead with 10:24 to go. It's going to be a quick hitter across the middle, and it's caught over the 50-yard line and into Raider territory down to the 49 on the pass to Sermons. It's going to be a gain of 16 to Sermons. His second catch of the night. Fourth first down for the Bobcats at the Raider 49-yard line. Actually called to 48. First and 10.
Fumble.
Ball on the ground. A smart play by Whitmore.
Wasn't ready for it.
Back to the 46. It's going to be a loss of 6.
Second down and 15.
That's called out a loss of 6. That's a cheap sack for Marvel, but he'll take it. Second and 16 for the Bobcats from the 46. 9:29 on the clock. Bobcats up 14-0. It's going to be handoff right up the middle. And it's going to be a nice gain back inside Raider territory down to the 42.
Right up
nice
the middle.
sportsmanship there by the offensive lineman, picking up the Navarre Raider.
Third down.
A gain of 10, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Smith already over 100 yards on 8 carries in the ball game. 3rd and 4. Raiders definitely need a stop right here. Buchholz on top, 14-0. 8:47 on the clock and running here in the second quarter. Whitmore in the shotgun, twins to the top, single to the back. They're going to run a screen across the middle. He's going to be just shy, about a half a yard.
Pass complete.
I think they would go for this.
It's going to be spotted at the 39-yard line, which it's going to be about a half yard short.
I'm going to measure.
Official timeout for measurement.
Half a yard. 6. No, that's half a foot. Half a yard. 1.5 feet. Depending on how big your feet are, I guess.
And they ran it to Smith out of the backfield. So that's his first catch of the night for 3 yards.
That was a middle screen, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Actually, they ran the back up the middle. And once it got across the line, they let it go. And looks like to me they're going to be a little bit short, Bob. But let's see.
Bird's eye view. We have the best view. It's right in front of us here.
We're right up on top of the press box. It's going to be about a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1 for the Bobcats.
That was a tough spot. I thought it was closer.
I thought it was as well. It looks like they're going to remeasure here. Nope. It's pretty much a yard. So a 3-yard gain on the pass play to Smith, and it's going to bring up 4th and 1 for the Bobcats. The Raiders defense needs to make a stand here. Listen to the cadence. Make sure you don't jump off sides and giving them another first down. Bobcats bringing the offense back out on the field. And this Whitmore kid at quarterback is only a sophomore. For the future, and he's got to go under center here. Make sure you don't jump. Play clock down to 2. And they're going to call timeout. Buchholz second timeout taken here.
I guess the play clock is working now. See, that's plays like that, it's critical, whether you're trying to kill time or whatever.
Tonight's game in the 2020 FHSA Class 7A Football Championships is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
I like that. And we're a proud member.
We are.
Emerald Navarre High School, Emerald Coast Middle School, where I teach at and coach swimming.
Are they bringing the offense back? Looks like they're bringing the offense back out.
They also have another timeout. Also,
Hale in the backfield with Whitmore. Ball is snapped.
Nope.
They put the ball. It's kind of one of those fumble-rooski plays, if that's what he did, or if it was just not a very good snap.
Wow.
But it is going to be a first down for the Bobcats inside the Raider 30.
Heads up play by the sophomore quarterback. Intentional or unintentional.
And he's going to gain 11. A first down for the Bobcats on the run by Whitmore. First and 10, Bobcats at the Raider 28-yard line. Whitmore in the shotgun, singles to both sides. Hand off to Smith. Nope. It's almost intercepted.
Pass broken up.
And they're going to call an interference penalty against the Raiders.
Also have a holding call on the offense, so those
This
two
could be
penalties offsetting.
Offsetting penalties coming up here.
And the question is, was the ball tipped? And if it was tipped, then there's no interference.
We have an ineligible man downfield and a penalty, so they will offset. It'll bring up first and 10 once again. Good observation there, Bob.
Well, the defensive coaches were saying that ball was tipped at the line, and that would preclude any interference. That would be a live ball.
First and 10 at the Raider 28 for the Bobcats. They're up 14-0 with 7:46 to go in the second. It's going to be a handoff to Smith up the middle, and he's running hard inside the 20, 15, down inside the 10.
Wow.
And a Bobcat first down to the 9 on a 19-yard gain by Smith. And we have a Bobcat player down at about the 10-yard line. And that's Smith.
Wow.
Now that young man's running hard tonight.
Yeah, may have hit a soft spot on the field and rolled the ankle. We hope he'll be okay. What kind of scores you got, Bill?
Rickards 38, West Florida 8.
Wow.
Fleming Island 14, Childs nothing. Vernon 28, Northview 13 at the half. Baker 21, Freeport in the second quarter. Sneeds 13, Bluntstown 6. Buchholz up here 14-0. North Florida Christian 42-0 final. That's our first final on the night over North Florida Educational, as that game was played on Eastern Time Zone. Atlantic Coast over Lincoln 17-9 in the fourth quarter, so an upset brewing over there on Atlantic Coast. Godby and Ribault 28-28, and they are in overtime.
Oh.
Want to thank my good friend Joshua Wilson for FloridaHighSchoolFootball.com. What a great job he does putting information out for not only football but flag football as well. And hopefully Mr. Smith is going to be okay. He's being helped off the field. He gets a nice ovation from both sides of the stadium. And Madison County 54, Hilliard 7.
They're playing. They were not playing at Boot Hill.
No, they're playing at Hilliard, and Hilliard was 8-0 coming into that game.
Holy cow! That's Fort Lauderdale, wasn't it?
I believe so.
But Madison County's been all over the state, Bill.
Amarius Hale coming in to fill the spot of Smith here. First and goal for the Bobcats at the 9, but they're missing a player on the offensive line. Late substitution for the Bobcats. First and goal at the 9 of Navarre. 7:18 on the clock. It's going to be a handoff. No, Whitmore keeps it himself. Gets down inside the 5, down to the 2. A gain of 7. Second and goal from the 2.
New look there by Gainesville. Little RPO action. Play fake to the new back. A sophomore. He's younger than my daughter. 15 years old. Pretty heady.
He also goes as Quan as well. Thank you. There's going to be a handoff, but there is a flag on the play.
Legal procedure.
That's going to back it up to the 7. It'll be second and goal from the 7. Fourth penalty of the night for Buchholz. For 35 yards here in the first half. 6:45 on the clock. Buchholz up 14-0.
Second down and goal from the 6.
Hale in the backfield to the right of Whitmore. Twins to the near side, single to the top. Whitmore back to pass. They're throwing a fade route in the end zone. And it's a great catch in the back end of the end zone. And Buchholz on the board once again.
Tack on another 6.
Trying to see who the number was over there. that caught that pass.
Tall young man, 81 maybe?
I see him walking over there on the sideline. Hopefully we'll get his number here in a second. And Buchholz jumps out on top 20-0. Kick is up and it's through 21-0.
Buchholz, Bobcats.
Hunter Smith with the extra point.
Raiders, 0.
And it's time for our water break.
And we're going to go to the water break here. 21-0. Buchholz on top of Navarre here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. That was a 7-yard pass from Whitmore, and we're still trying to figure out the number there on the far sideline who came down with the ball. But right now it's been all Buchholz here in the first half.
I knew we should have drank Powerade instead of Gatorade.
As they score at the 6:30 mark.
Gatorade, invented right there at University of Gainesville. Great campus. I was blessed enough to call the Fort Walton Beach High School St. Thomas Aquinas game there at Ben Hill Griffith Stadium. Danny Werfel and crew of Fort Walton won their first state championship over a very powerful.
It was number 5. Thanks for checking in, our fans. They let us know who caught the ball. It was Quan Lee.
Okay.
Thank you very much. He has caught 2 tonight. And that one's going to be about 8 yards deep, and the Raiders will start from their own 20. So 2 catches for Lee for 2 touchdowns here early on.
Yeah, that was a pretty pass. Great concentration, one-on-one coverage. Definitely had a height advantage there.
Raiders will start from their own 20-yard line, trailing 21-0 with 6:30 on the clock here. 3-star Quan Lee, thank you for the information. 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 20. It's nice run up the middle by Rivera out to the 20-yard line. Actually spotted at the 24. So give Rivera 4 on the carry. 2nd and 6 for Navarre. Marquise back in the game for Navarre. Twins to the near side, single to the top. Hardy goes in motion from right to left. It's going to be a quick hitter to A.J. Arno. He's going to get over the 30. Still on his feet. Out over the 30 to the 32-yard line. Should be enough for a Raider first down. Out to the 31. A gain of 7 to A.J. Arno on his first catch of the night. And a Raider first down.
Good blocking on the outside.
Nice block by Hall here on the near side.
Yeah, he and the corner had some words, but Hall did his job. You got to fight. You got to fight off the block there.
1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 31. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera, and he's going to be met at the 35-yard line and goes no further on the hit by Jatari Curtis. A gain of 4 for Rivera, 2nd and 6 for Navarre. Curtis with the tackle at the 35.
Gainesville mixing up their defense. They had 2 deep there, 2 deep coverage, but Navarre played a tight set that last play.
It's going to be handoff to Rivera up the middle, and he's got a Raider first down. Out to the 40, out to the 44. It's a gain of 9 for Rivera, and a Raider first down.
Yeah, little momentum needed here. Touchdown. on this drive. They'll get the second half kickoff. Very important here for Navarre to get something on the board.
They're going to give him 8 on the carry. First down for Navarre from the 43-yard line of their own. Hardy goes in motion from left to right. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera. He's still on his feet over the 45, out to the 46. Give him 3. 2nd and 7 for Navarre.
Those big bubbas, Bill, are taking this seriously. They're taking it personally. And they know run game opens up the pass for Navarre.
Hall and Perea going to the top of the screen. A.J. Arno to the near side. Miller back in the H-back position. Rivera to the left. And in back of Zach Marquise. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders from the 46. It's going to be a pass and incomplete. A little bit high as the intended receiver Perea over there on the far sideline.
Like the play, they faked the sweep to the near side. Perea was able to make the catch. It certainly could have been a big gain, if not a touchdown. But as you said, it was thrown a little high.
3rd and 7 for the Raiders from the 46. 4:06 on the clock here in the second quarter. 21-0 Buchholz out on top. Miller goes in motion. Marquise back to pass.
Nice catch!
And it's going to be Jabari Mitchell for the touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
Don't know if he pushed off or not.
54-yard strike if it stands. And they are moving down for the extra point, so it will stand. Navarre on the board on a 54-yard pass play from Marquise to Jabari Mitchell. And Navarre gets on the board at the 3:56 mark.
Pass interference on Gainesville. Touchdown will stand. Bam. All right, we want the ROTC kids who do push-ups for every point. We want them to do a few tonight. That was a big play, huge play.
Penton in for the extra point. Kick is up. It's true, and it's true. Navarre on the board, 21-7. A 54-yard pass play from Zach Marquise to Jabari Mitchell. Perfectly timed throw by Marquise, and the Raiders on the board as they cut it to 14.
A little wishful thinking. The clock operator actually put 14 on there.
That was nice of him. And that's not a Navarre official. That is a Florida high school. Normally they are a referee.
Right. Well, the referee does the time. Sometimes he does the. It depends.
It depends.
Anyway, that was huge, Bill. I mean, I hate to keep using tried expressions, but great pass play. Looked like he just got another extra half step, even though he was interfered. And that interference is going to be tacked on to the kickoff here. Now, what do you do, Bill Hamill? Do you try something sexy here?
Get a little criticism on our broadcast, but you know what? You're not paying anything to watch this broadcast, so please spare the comments. Where everybody can see your comments, please spare the comments. Or I will block you from the broadcast. It's going to be a nice return for Buchholz out over the 30.
Number 6 for the Bobcats. Took it out. Just outside the 30-yard line to about the 32.
You know, you just can't please everybody, can you, Bob?
Well, being a soccer official, and you're a hockey
before.
official, right? You may have had some coaches mad at you as a goalie official.
First and 10, Bobcats.
You know, you only can,
Well, I got to tell you something here in a little bit, Bob. It's going to be a handoff to Hale. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, gain it back to the line of scrimmage, about no gain for Hale on the carry. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Right to the tackle.
Second and 10 for the Bobcats on a big defensive stand right there for the Raiders. 3:21 on the clock.
And how much they miss.
Smith was having one heck of a game.
Oh, absolutely.
121 yards through the first quarter and a half. Whitmore's going to keep the ball. He's going to lose a yard back to the original line of scrimmage.
Tried to bounce outside where he's had a lot of success.
It's going to be a loss of 1. They gave him a loss of 1 on the first down carry. It's going to be a loss on third and 12 for the Bobcats coming up. Not sure. I have not seen Smith come back into the ball game. If he doesn't, that's a big loss. But I see him running over on the far sideline.
Loosening
so
up.
Hopefully we'll see him back here in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. Quite an athlete.
He is walking it off over on the far sideline. Whitmore back to pass. He's feeling pressure. And he's going to go down on the sack. The backfield by Lucas Marble. His second of the night. And it's going to bring up 4th down, and the Raiders call timeout.
Their first. Now, you've got a talent back there in Jones. Do you play punt safe? Do you try to make something happen by rushing the punter? This field position here and the short punts that the punter has been hitting, I would probably do punt safe and just try to set up a big return.
It's going to be a loss of 2. It's going to bring up 4th and almost 15 yards for the Bobcats. 2:13 on the clock. Navarre takes their first timeout of the half, so they still have 2 left. Buchholz as used to. Hunter Smith back to do the punting.
All right.
Jaden Jones back inside his own 40, awaiting the punt from Smith. It's a high snap. He gets it down. It's going to be just across midfield. It's going to touch a Bobcat player, but it's going to roll inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line.
Should go with the first touch. And
let's see where they're going to spot the ball. I think it's going to be at the 38, unless he did not touch it.
That's where he threw the beanbag.
At the 45-yard line, it looks like that's where it was initially touched.
Right. Correct call. Absolute correct call.
So the Raiders going to have great field position at their own 45.
Yep, absolutely.
Just needs to follow the ball a little bit better. First and 10 for the Raiders from their own 45. 2:02 on the clock, trailing 21-7. Marquise back to pass. And then it's catch out to the 50-yard line, a gain of 5 on a nice reception by A.J. Arno. A gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for the Raiders.
Second down.
Raiders at midfield. 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's
hit him
gotta be
a
interference.
little bit early, but there's no flag in the backfield.
Woo.
But ends up being a good defensive play for the Bobcats on the incompleted pass. Marquise back to pass. He's feeling pressure. He's going to be up near the 50. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no gain, and it's going to bring up 4th and 5.
Tackle close to the line of scrimmage. Timeout. Bobcats.
Bobcats take their last timeout.
For the Raiders.
It's going to be 4th and 5 for Navarre. We have a timeout here. Remember, you are watching the 2020 FHSA Football Region Quarterfinals on IrishBillSports.com. Buchholz on top with 1:18 to go here in the first half, 21-7. Well, they call their second timeout, 4th and 5. But I think this is the right call. Navarre gets the ball back to start the second half. It's a matter of field position here at the end of the first half.
And you still have Jaden Rivera as an up back. I think this is punt all the way here.
4th and 5 for the Raiders, trailing 21-7 with 1:18 on the clock. High snap, but Penton gets it away. And it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a very short distance punt.
Punt goes out of bounds.
And the Bobcats should have pretty good field position at their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, good adjustment on the play by Penton on the snap.
1st and 10, Bobcats. 38.
So they have 1:10 on the clock, one timeout left. Will Coach Whitmore be conservative here, Bob? Or
I wouldn't.
Well, he let the juices go.
I wouldn't. They got a kicker with a strong leg. At least get in a field goal position.
Whitmore in the shotgun, twins to the top of the screen, single to the bottom. Hale in the backfield to his left. 1st and 10 Bobcats from their 38.
Navarre thinks it too deep.
Kelly chasing him down. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. He has his intended receiver over there. This was thrown between Lee and Jackson. Will bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think I would probably do the same thing too with Grady Kelly breathing down my neck. Good pressure that time. That was a hurry. We heard on some of the stats in the from the Crestview game, he had a handful of hurries.
1:03 on the clock here in the second quarter, 21-7 Buchholz. 2nd and 10 from their 38. It's going to be handoff to Hale. He's got a nice gain over the 45 and out to the 47-yard line.
Great call spreading out Navarre's defense.
They're going to spot the ball right at, which is close to a first down.
They want to go hurry up.
But it's going to be a nice gain by Hale. And it's first down. Bobcats at their own 47. 10-yard run for Hale and a Bobcat first down. 7 first downs in the first half for Buchholz. Down to 42.5 seconds on the clock. And Buchholz with one timeout left.
Oh, I think they used their last timeout.
They have none. So no timeouts left. Whitmore back to pass. He's throwing the ball downfield. And it's going to be caught and into the end zone. What a pass play there by Whitmore. And Lee in for his 3rd touchdown of the night from 53 yards out.
Defensive back slipped on the play, threw it into double coverage.
And the Bobcats score quickly with 26.2 on the clock. They looking to extend their lead back out to 21. "53-yard pass as this tandem has met up 3 times tonight. Hunter in for the extra point, Hunter Smith. Kick is up and good, 28-7. Buchholz.
Bobcats tack on another 7, making it 28-7.
Beautifully thrown ball there, Bob, by Whitmore.
Yeah, he's very accurate. I mean, we're not talking a tight spiral, but he's efficient, and that's what you want. And a sophomore, wow.
Only a sophomore. 28-7. Buchholz out on top. As that big defensive stand, they force the Raiders to punt. They get the ball at the 37-yard line, and they take advantage of it.
Yep.
Hunter Smith getting ready to do toe on leather here. Three catches, 3 touchdowns for Lee for 137 yards on the night. It's going to be a short kick.
Yep.
And it's going to be fielded and returned to the 35 by Devin Wright. Actually, no gain on the return.
Devin knows what to do with the football. Well, we got a moment. Need to plug. Those of you in the Gainesville area,
1st and 10 Raiders.
100.3. You can catch it. You can catch it on the internet.
WeAreSportsRadio.com.
Yep, one of the best Southern sports shows you'll find on
From 8 to 12 tomorrow morning.
Yep.
That's Jason Deal on the pass. And it's going to be completed into Bobcats territory, down to Rivera. They're going to spot the ball at the 45. It's a gain of 20 to Rivera on the pass from Deal.
It's called the Southern Gentleman Sports Show. And my partner, Irish Bill, man, I'm telling you, you are a busy cat.
I try. 20-yard gain to Rivera, his 3rd catch of the night. Deal back to pass. He's going to step up, and he's got a receiver, but he overthrows him out of bounds, and will bring up 2nd and 10 with 7.8 seconds on the clock.
Just over 7 seconds left to play in the first half.
There's a flag on the far sideline. 28-7 Buchholz, 6.4 seconds to go here in the first half. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Navarre. We'll back him up to the midfield stripe. We'll have 2nd and 15. Probably time for one more play here in the first half, Bob.
Be interesting to see. You always got a specialty play in your playbook. Could be just a simple run.
It's going to be a pass to Rivera. He's going to mishandle it, but it's going to give the time for the Raiders to have one more play.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play. He had a lot of running room over there.
So Raiders will have one more play. 4.5 seconds on the clock. Deal in at quarterback for the Raiders. Twins to the top of the screen, twins to the bottom. Rivera in the backfield. 28-7 Buchholz. Deal back to pass. He's going to hit Rivera, who's going to get back into Buchholz territory down to the 46, and that's going to take us to the half where Buchholz on top 28-7. And we'll be back after a lengthy commercial break on IrishBillSports.com.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Navarre Raider Sports is brought to you by Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Residential Real Estate, your local real estate connection. With Ursula, you got a positive, helpful partner for buying or selling a home. Ursula can help with all of your real estate needs. Whether in the Florida Panhandle or around the world, her 16 years experience in real estate will work for you with innovative marketing strategies. Thinking about selling your home? Call Ursula for a free marketing analysis to see if you qualify for one of the incentive programs. Call or text 850-642-5711. Email ursula.householder@floridamoves.com or go to householderhomes.com. Go Raiders! Your fans are all behind you at the field or while you're watching at home. You are watching the 2020 FHSA Football Region Quarterfinals on IrishBillSports.com. The FHSA is now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, and tag us on your social platforms by searching for FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school sports in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it all by following us on social media at FHSAA. For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds in the 2020 FHSA Football Championships, visit FHSAA.com, the new official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com, brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. Some of those are
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Can you repeat that?
FHSAA.
So if SMU is SMU, what is FHSAA? Fasha?
I refuse to answer that on grounds that might incriminate myself. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
No, the Florida High School Athletic Association.
Right, yeah. They used to
you know that.
They used to be activities, and I'd always screw that up. Well, 28-7. Bill, I always ask you this question.
Before we get to talk about the Navarre and Buchholz at the half, let's run over the scoreboard real quick before we get to our halftime. Stats: Fleming Island over Chiles 16-0. Niceville in the fourth quarter over Leon, another running clock for the Eagles, 42-0. St. Augustine over Escambia, 34-20. University Christian over St. John Paul II, 21-7. Catholic has come back and taken the lead against Florida High.
Unbelievable.
27-24 in the third quarter. Vernon 28, Northview 13. Pace 14. Lee 7 at the half. Taylor County 7, Bozeman nothing. Sneeze 13, Bluntstown and Bo Johnson's Tigers 12. South Walton in a close one with Mariana 21-17 at the half. Sewanee and Pine Forest 7-7 in the second quarter. Baker on top of Freeport 27-8. Madison County a final over Hilliard. In fact, the rest of these scores I give you will be finals. Rickards 38, West Florida 16. Atlantic Coast with the upset over Lincoln 17-9. North Florida Christian 42, North Florida Educational nothing. And Ribault over Godby, and then they upset in triple overtime 42-34.
Wow. Jacksonville team, St. Augustine doing well. The Catholic game.
And let's go over our first half. The quarterback for Buchholz won Creed Whitmore, only at Southmore, so a bright future ahead of that young man.
Apparently, some of our fans from Gainesville have let us know a little bit. Apparently, he took over when their starting quarterback got injured. So
he's performing quite well. I mean, Buchholz coming into this game with averaging 43 points a game, and they're showing it here in the first half why they're averaging 43 points a game.
Yep, absolutely.
But in the first half for Whitmore, 8 of 12, 171 yards and 3 touchdowns. On the ground for Buchholz, 9 carries for 121 yards for Quan Smith. He went out with an injury there in the second quarter. Hopefully the young man, we saw him walking over on the far sideline, so hopefully he'll be ready to go for the second half.
Yeah, and that's with a 21-point lead. If you're the Gainesville staff, do you need him? If the game gets closer, maybe. You certainly want to maybe rest him. That's a luxury that they may have. Time will tell.
And Navarre's lone scorer, a big pass play, 54-yard pass from Marquise to Mitchell. But that's been the lone bright spot on offense for Navarre on the night as they trail 28-7. Rivera with 10 carries in the first half for 32 yards. Marquise 5 of 7 for 104 yards and a touchdown. Jason Deal 2 of 4 for 32 yards. And the leading receiver on the night with that one catch, Jabari Mitchell for 54 yards.
Have a friend check in with me, John Summers. John, I think he had knee surgery. John and I go to church together. He said, both of you guys are doing an outstanding job broadcasting for Navarre Raiders. Thank you, John. Get well.
Thanks, Willie Roper, for checking back in. He wants Smith back in there. He said, game's not over yet. We need him back in there. So, proud fan
That's
down
the
in
other side of
Gainesville,
it,
Willie
yeah.
Roper. Thanks, Willie, for your comments tonight.
Yep.
We appreciate all of our fans. Wherever you may be on the World Wide Web, we appreciate you checking in tonight. Probably one of the rare non-NFHS broadcasts for video going on in the Panhandle and maybe all of Florida. Who knows?
Well, Niceville had video tonight
As well?
Yep.
So the Panhandle getting it done live on video.
Well, exactly. And Niceville will probably be rooting for Navarre for a different reason, not because they fear Gainesville.
It's a shorter drive.
It's a shorter drive. Exactly.
It's about a 40-minute drive from Niceville to Navarre, if that. And it would be, I think, from Niceville, probably a good 5.5
It's a
hour
matter
drive.
of taking the yellow cheese wagon or the swanky tour buses.
You know, Tim tries to get me to say it every broadcast, every show. Tim is a Alabama fan, and he tries to get me to say that, but I will never say it.
Say what?
He tries to sneak it in every week. You can tell me what he tries to get me to say.
I don't have my glasses on. Could you read it for me?
No, I won't. But
We're talking about Roll Tide.
being a Notre Dame fan, that's one three words you'll never hear me say. And it is a 5-hour drive, as Willie checking back in. And that's a long haul. I had to make the trip last week as I did the Fort Walton Beach and Lee game over from Jacksonville last week, and we didn't get back until after 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was a long day.
Mercy.
But like I said, we appreciate all of our fans out there, wherever you may be, whoever you're rooting for,
Gainesville or otherwise. The reason why you don't hear a band, well, they play in the stands in Santa Rosa County.
The Summers families also texted me on the night watching you and Bob from Navarre on the internet. I got Doc Garner checking in, sprinkle some of the voodoo stuff on these boys as he throws out there. Ryan Bohannon checking in from Milton, good friend of mine. He does broadcast on Blab TV.
Yep.
A big hockey fan as well. And he's checking in tonight. He said this is the first time I've been able to watch since he was doing games throughout the year.
Yeah.
And I hope the Raiders can find a way to come back. We're hoping so for right now. It's looking a little tough right now, a tough road to hoe in the second half. But the Raiders will have the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and we were down in the Gulf Breeze game. Certainly, Gainesville is not Gulf Breeze, but
no.
All right, so you're Coach Walls,
and let me clarify: it's Buchholz, not Gainesville. There's a Gainesville High School, who we played in 2012. So make sure we give proper credit. It's Buchholz.
Purple.
They were the Purple Hurricanes.
Purple Hurricane, right, as opposed to the Golden Hurricane of Tulsa. Tulsa game on the other night.
It reminded me, remember when Niceville, Buchholz, and Gainesville were in a 3-team district? I think that was back in the 90s, was it not? And they were the bigger school in the Panhandle at the time. And now Niceville, Tate.
I don't know if I was born yet then.
Niceville, Tate, Crestview, and Navarre, all 7A teams here, and they're in the District 1 when we have districts normally with Lincoln, Leon, and Childs. Checking in from Incheon, Korea.
Holy cow.
You know, that's my good friend Dickie Betts checking in from Korea. Thanks, Dickie, for checking in tonight. We always appreciate. I've known Dickie for a long time.
Service member?
He is a former helicopter pilot, now in the reserves, flying reserves aircraft, and also a airline pilot as well. So I always love hearing from my good friend Dickie Betts. He's over in Incheon, Korea.
Holy cow.
That has to be our furthest caller, our watch viewer for the night.
So is it tomorrow? Yes. Is it?
It's 14 hours ahead.
Okay, so it's tomorrow already.
So it's 8:53 here. So we're looking at 10:53 in the morning. So it's about lunchtime in Korea right now.
Yep.
I spent 99, 2000 in South Korea as well, and when we change back here, it becomes 15-hour time difference. So it might be 15 hours now. So it might be almost noon in Korea tomorrow morning.
Unlike in Sweden,
7 hours. Buchholz is staying the night down here, so they won't have to make the drive. That's a good decision. That is a long drive after a 3-hour football game, 2.5, 3-hour football game. That's a very good decision by their coaches and staff there at Buchholz.
That would be getting in at 3 a.m. Gainesville time.
Most definitely. You'll get home, depending on what time you leave, just in time for kickoff of Saturday college games.
That's right.
That's pretty smart.
Who do the Catholics play tomorrow?
We have the week off tomorrow. We're getting ready for a Friday matchup with North Carolina next Friday afternoon at 3:30 Eastern kickoff at Chapel Hill.
Chapel College.
You call them Chapel College.
My former boss at the YMCA went to App State, so he would always call them Chapel College.
Boone, North Carolina.
Boone, yeah.
Very good skiing location.
All right.
Winter skiing.
2:45. What did you say to your kids, Bill? You're Coach Walls.
Well, the first thing I'm going to tell them, young men, we have to stay away from giving up the big play. Mm-hmm. We've given up 3 big plays,
right,
and that's the difference in the ball game right now, 21 points.
Right.
We have to rear back. We have to tighten up on defense, especially in the front seven. And we got to put some more pressure on Whitmore. Can't let that young man get out. If he has time to throw the ball, he is going to dice up our secondary.
Yeah, and they've had 1 or 2 playoff games. So, he's not playing like a sophomore.
Most
Again,
definitely
another
not.
tried expression, but it's true. His touch pass on the jump ball and the 50-50 ball in the end zone, that's pro quarterbacks have a hard time throwing it. Nice.
Dickie just said it's 11:54 in the morning, so it's 15 hours time difference.
Yeah.
Korean time. Thanks, Dickie, for always checking in wherever you may end up. You're on the road more than I am, but yours is usually in the air. Mine is just on the roads of the Panhandle of Florida.
Dickie, what's the temperature there in Incheon? Probably
It's
a little.
November. It's probably starting to cool off a little bit. With technology, we can pull it up on.
I know.
We can pull it up on our phone. So see how quick he's listening to us. Maybe he can get back. Only players that are staying are the ones whose parents are down there. Okay. Several players will be on the bus coming back. Thanks for the update.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate all the fans that drove all the way here to Bennett C. Russell Stadium.
I got another Irishman. John, I didn't know you were a Notre Dame fan. I thought you were a Florida State.
And we got a weather report already. It's 48 degrees. Gosh, here we say it, and like seconds later, you got to love the internet sometimes.
What? So
48
what's the
degrees.
temperature here?
63. A beautiful 63 fall evening here in the Panhandle of Florida.
All right. We're about ready to kick off. What does the Gainesville coach say to his players?
Young man, we got them right where we want them going to the half. We're on the road. They're gonna make every effort to come back. We got to keep playing the way we're playing. Keep pressing the ball. Don't make the plays bigger than yourself. Get the first downs, move the chains, and run the clock. And but there's still plenty of time. There's 24 minutes of game clock still to be played here. So we got to play our game in the second half just like we played in the first half.
And a win for them. That might be something I would say. Hey, we win tonight. We get to play next week at home. And we got Niceville at home. Doesn't matter whether it was Niceville or Leon or Timbuktu, we're playing at home next week. And that, for the whole Gainesville Buchholz program, that's a money saver. Right?
I want to tell you a little bit here. Well, with doing this Tuesday, Thursday night now, I have now stepped down from hockey. Because it just,
oh boy,
especially with the bridge out and me having to travel north up to I-10 and then over and down to the arena, and with the Tuesday, Thursday, I want to tell you all about our new show on Tuesday and Thursday night on 100.3, 97.1 FM out of Okaloosa Island and Pensacola. Also on We Are Sports Radio, we have a new high school sports talk show. 6 to 8 on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Next week will only be on Tuesday with Thanksgiving coming up. But we're going to talk a lot about recruiting, the high school talent that we have here in the Panhandle. We're going to have coaches on. We're going to have players on. And we're going to talk about high school sports. And once football's done, we're going to switch into basketball and then on into baseball and softball. And we're going to make this a lot of fun. Coach Tommy Johnson from Fort Walton in the booth, in the studio with us, and my broadcast partner, the Tank, is controlling the.
Tommy was a coach at Fort Walton.
Was a coach at Fort Walton. Went to Crestview.
Right.
Came back this year.
I did not know that.
He is now back at Fort Walton Beach.
Defensive coordinator.
Defensive.
Yep. Under.
I think he's a defensive backs coach. Or the DC.
He should know. He was an All-American at
Alabama. 92 national champion, 88 high school state champion at Niceville. And they put 3 additional minutes back up on the clock. That's why we haven't started this second half. We enjoy everyone out there. Thanks, Joe Settle. Everyone that's been checking in tonight on YouTube live chat. We appreciate you logging on to irishbillsports.com. Every Wednesday night, it's Irish Bill's Twist on Sports. Tuesday and Thursday, it's the Press Box on We Are Sports Radio. And Saturday morning from 8 to 12, it's the Southern Gentleman Sports Show.
For the second half.
It's amazing that you have time to work for the government, Bill.
I work from 8 to 5.
Oh, I know.
And I drive an hour each way to work.
Yeah.
And the wife was at home today. She had the day off, and I go, I'm just tired. But I'm going out to one of our new sponsors on the ticket, Cryo 850. It's a rehab place in Destin. I'm going to go for a visit tomorrow, a well-deserved visit. And hopefully they can fine-tune some of Irish Bill's.
Cryotherapy?
Yes.
Make sure you cover up and don't get parts of yourself burned.
John, I'm not going to have happen what that one football player had happen.
Yeah.
But we're ready for second half. And Dark Queen, I'm not going to say it. We have Navarre football, and we're getting ready to kick off. Hunter Smith will be kicking out of the north end of the field. He'll be kicking deep to Jabari Mitchell and Trent Hall. Navarre trailing 28-7 as we get ready to start the third quarter here on IrishBillSports.com. Hunter with the last boot. That was about 8 yards deep on his last kick.
Hunter Smith, number 31 for the Bobcats.
We may see him playing on Saturday.
I wouldn't doubt it. That young man has a leg. It's a long kick. It's going to be about 6 yards deep, and that's an automatic touchback in the state of Florida. A lot of states are going to that now for safety reasons.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure one of our listeners and viewers, one Brady Hamill, probably can appreciate that leg.
First and 10.
Most definitely.
Brady regularly put him in the end zone, too, and still working out, isn't he?
He sure is.
Still working out.
Hoping for an opportunity. Want to say congratulations to Michael Carter, selected to the Reese's Senior Bowl, and he has accepted. First and 10, Navarre. Handoff up the middle to Rivera. He's going to get out to the 21 for a gain of 1 to start the second half. 28-7, Buchholz just underway here in the second half. Rivera with 33 yards on 11 carries.
It's been pretty much hemmed in. Their linebackers have been catching that bounce outside, keeping him under wraps.
Zach Marquis in at quarterback, act the pass. He's running a wheel route, and it's going to be picked and out of bounds at the midfield stripe. And Buchholz is going to take over in great field position at midfield on the interception.
Wind held it up just a little bit. I'm not sure the wide receiver actually saw that ball, Bill. Easy interception for the defensive back there.
So it's going to be first and 10, Buchholz from the 50, from the midfield stripe. The back end of the football is in Buchholz territory. 11:20 to go on the clock. 28-7, Buchholz here in the third quarter. And almost returned the favor. Percival would have turned around just a little bit quicker. Checking in from Ohio, Ursula Householder and Mike. No Mike with Uncle Ron and Jody. Thanks all for checking in.
I'd love to be her travel agent. Ursula doesn't stand still very much.
She doesn't. You got to love Ursula, though. She's been a part of our broadcast for about 8 years now.
From the very beginning, almost, yep.
It's going to be a handoff to Hale. He breaks one tackle, and he's going to have positive yards inside the 45, down to the 42. Give him 8 yards. I'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Gain of 8. Bring up 3rd down.
Speaking of tank, he's built like a tank. Keeps the legs going. Very impressive. Speed and power the Bobcats are showing tonight.
Actually,
3rd down and 2 for the Bobcats.
it's going to be a handoff to Hale once again. Actually, I have 2 number 21s. Yeah, and that should be the right one. It looks like he's going to have enough for a Buchholz first down to the Raider 39. A gain of 3 for Hale, and it's a Buchholz first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Filling in for the injured Quan Smith. What a great first half Smith had.
I think I see him on the sidelines. Looks like he's built so big. I can't tell if his pads are on or not.
First and 10. It's a handoff to Hale once again.
Wow.
And he's met 6 yards deep, and the ball's on the ground. The Raiders are going to recover, get the ball back.
Or do they call it down?
They're changing side.
Yo,
it's
a
going to be a Raider ball.
Raider ball. First down, Raiders.
After the tough 8-yard run by Hale, he coughs it up, and the Raiders are going to take over. Raiders will have the ball at the 30-yard line with 9:52 on the clock, trailing 28-7 here in the third quarter. Zach Marquise back in at quarterback for the Raiders. Twins to the near side, single to the top. Rivera the lone back in the backfield. And it's going to be Rivera right up the middle. And he's going to get out over the 35 to the 36, give him 6, second and 4.
Navarre has not gone to the jet sweep. They may want to try that formation again, fake it to Rivera and use the speed Jabari Mitchell or Trent Hall have on that jet sweep.
Second and 4 for the Raiders from their 36. Mitchell goes in motion, and the Raiders put it on the ground.
Wow.
And give it right back to Buchholz. Third turnover of the night for Navarre. Gives Buchholz great field position. 2 possessions for Navarre here in the second half and 2 turnovers. And Buchholz is going to have great field position at the Raider 33-yard line with 9:16 on the clock.
And this becomes a philosophy game. Do you try to score more or obviously, Bob, you want to score, yes. Do you want to run the ball? Keep it on the ground. Kill some clock.
First and 10 for Buchholz at the Raider 33. 9:16 on the clock and a 28-7 lead for the Bobcats. Whitmore being chased down by Connor Eastwood, and he's going to throw it away. Nice heads-up play. He's going to throw it out of bounds. Receiver was over there. His intended receiver was Kelly. He'll bring up second and 10.
Connor showed some speed there on the pursuit, and a penalty flag just thrown. I think the quarterback was upset that there was not a penalty called.
And I think there is a penalty on a late one came in there, Bob.
Yeah, the white hat just threw it.
Unsportsmanlike against Buchholz, unsportsmanlike against Navarre.
Okay.
They'll offset.
All right.
They'll still be second and 10.
Sportsmanlike conduct against both teams. Offset.
It must have been something said.
Another wordy dirt.
Well, I think the quarterback thought that it should have been a late hit out of bounds. He was knocked out of bounds.
Second down and 10.
Second and 10. For the Bobcats from the Raider 33. 28-7 Buchholz. 9:08 on the clock here in the third. This Irish Bill with Seminole Bob bringing you Raider football playoff action tonight on IrishBillSports.com. Buchholz 7-1 on the season. Navarre 6-0 in this COVID-19 restricted season. Whitmer is going to slip on the turf. He's got some positive yards, and he's going to be close to that first down marker.
He did put it on the ground.
He was down, though.
Okay.
The official is calling down.
Quarterback scrambles for about 11 yards.
My favorite version of Happy Birthday is by the Beatles. You probably remember that.
Quan Lee with 3 catches on the night for 137 yards and 3 scores. 1st and 10 on the 10-yard scamper by Whitmore. It's going to be a handoff to Hale up the middle, and the battering ram gets inside the 20, down to the 17. It's going to be a gain of, let's call it 6 for Hale.
What I was leading up to was, of course, happy birthday again, Anne Marie. Sweet 16. Let's make this a happy night with a comeback here.
2nd and 5. And off the hands, and 4 touchdowns for the night for Lee. As Percival had great coverage back there. He got a hand on it right into the wanting hands of Quan Lee.
Yep.
And that's from 17 yards out. And Buchholz extends our lead to 34-7, pending the extra point.
And again, a nice touch pass by the quarterback. It was right there.
They've now hooked up 4 times on the night. And Hunter Smith to come in and add point number 35. And it is true and through. 35-7, Buchholz out on top.
Bobcats.
Wow, what a combination, Bob, between Whitmore and Quan Lee.
Right, and it's something you grow into. I mean, if in fact, which I don't doubt, our listeners, talking about how, he did not start the season as the starting quarterback. You develop a relationship with the wide receivers. It's a timing thing. You work on it, and you always have to be ready to play. You never know when an injury can occur. And, in this day and time of COVID, when, as Navarre ran into, we lost the Big Bubbas for 1 or 2 weeks.
And the news for Gainesville fans down there that are playing Buchholz, Whitmore is a sophomore, Lee is a junior.
I see.
They'll both be back next year.
Thank goodness high school kids can't come out early, huh?
Hunter Smith getting ready to put toe on leather. 35-7 Buchholz with 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is going to reach the end zone, and the Raiders will start out from their 20.
Third touchback.
Once again, I want to thank all of our viewers out there tonight, whether you're a Raider fan or a Bobcat fan. We thank you for logging on to IrishBillSports.com to catch tonight's exciting action. And it's playoff time in the state of Florida. It's not a better time in the year, is it, Bob?
No, not at all. And great football. And we're seeing it in all the classifications tonight. Upsets, surprises, overtimes.
It's going to be handoff to Rivera. He has a nice run over the 25 out to about the 26. They're going to spot the ball right at the 26, give him 6 yards. The starting quarterback of the season was a senior, Jack Hevesy. So Whitmore is doing a great job in relief of Hevesy. So we hope Hevesy heals up. And I did see him on the warm-ups on the beginning of the game. So hopefully he is healing. Deal back to pass. He's got a receiver.
Almost a great
Almost
catch.
a good catch. Deal led him just a tad far as he tried to find Arno across the middle.
That hookup in, was it the Choctaw game? When he hit him in stride?
The 66-yarder.
Yeah. Basically same pass pattern, going to a different side of the field.
3rd down and 4 for the Raiders.
3rd and 4 for the Raiders. It's going to be Deal on a broken play. He's going to try and he gets the Raider first down. Nice heads-up play by Jason Deal to get the Raider first down. A gain of 6 and a Raider first down.
Heads-up play. Another snap that was off center. good blocking on the outside allowed him to get that extra yard.
5th first down of the night for Navarre. And Rivera's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe lose a yard. Back to the 31. See where they're going to spot the ball at. Right at the 31. No gain for Rivera. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Is that Buchholz comes into this game 7-1 on the season, 7 straight victories for Coach Whitmore's team. 2nd and 10 for Navarre. Deal back to pass. And it's tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
It's a 3rd down and 10.
It's tough when the defense kind of knows you're almost have to be forced into a passing situation. They've really have had tight coverage on Jaden Rivera out of the backfield. So,
well, now that you're expecting them to pass, maybe run a draw play here on 3rd and 10.
Could be.
But they're back to pass. Deal. He's going to throw it over here on the near sideline, but it's going to fall incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 10.
Pass falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Raiders will send Preston Penton to punt for the 4th time tonight. First time here in the second half.
Penalty marker on the play.
I may have a legal substitution again.
And I think this is only a 5-yard penalty, correct?
Correct.
So it'll still be 4th down for the Raiders as they move the ball out to the 36.
Does this change your play call?
Now, you're still at your own 36-yard line.
4th down and 5.
You don't want to give them great field position because the next score, if they go up 35, would be a running clock the rest of the game.
True that.
So you want to punt the ball away and make them go as far as they have to go. Penn with a nice punt. It's going to take a Raider bounce and come to rest at the 32-yard line. A 36-yard punt
Take over at the 33-yard line.
for Penn.
Water break.
I guess we need to talk about the FHSA again here. Let's move over to page 2. The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate partners who help make the FHSA football championships possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA. Gator Thirst Quencher Main Light Events, the official photo company of the FHSAA. Ball 4, the official supplier of the championship rings for the FHSAA. Spectrum Sports, the official television partner of the FHSAA. Max Preps, official scores and statistics. GoFan, official online ticket provider of the FHSA. And FHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. And Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 2020 FHSA Football Championships. First and 10 for the Bobcats from their own 33. Whitmore on the keeper, and nowhere to go as the big hands of Grady Kelly.
52, Grady Kelly.
And that's going to be a tackle for loss for Kelly. A loss of 3. Second and 13 for the Bobcats.
One of your guests on your shows, Holly McDaniel, just tweeted. She's the athletic director. First one in Okaloosa County. Lady Vikings won tonight over Rutherford. So,
Nice.
Yeah. Holly started her basketball career with me at the YMCA when she was 11 years old.
Second and 12. And it's going to be a handoff to Hale. And he's going to lose back to the 29. A 2-yard loss. Bring up 3rd and 15 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, we've seen this scenario before. Very successful on third down.
Hale filling in rather nicely for the injured Quan Smith. Hopefully the young man's okay.
Yeah,
Third and 15 for the Bobcats from their 29. They're going to pitch it to the outside. And it's going to be a 10-yard gain on the pitch. Call it 11 on the gain.
Short of the first down marker.
Gain by Kelly.
Brings up fourth down.
They're going to spot the ball at the 39-yard line. So we'll bring up fourth and let's call it a long 5 on the 10-yard gain by Kelly.
Earlier in the first half, Buchholz was in a similar situation. Drew Navarre off sides.
Well, I think they're backing up a little bit off the line of scrimmage on this one, Bob, this time.
Yeah, set up when you got Jaden Jones back there.
Hunter Smith back, punting duties. And the Raiders
Again.
pulled offside once again. You just can't do that and give them a first down.
Oh, called him a legal procedure.
They called a procedure first. My bad. I stand corrected.
No, I last time it happened, Coach Walls thought that they were drawn off, maybe put a bug in the referee's ear the next time it did. I didn't see, I'm not down on the field, I didn't see anything wrong with what Gainesville did. They just went into a hard stance.
Third and 10, fourth and 10 now for the Bobcats from their own 34-yard line. Hunter Smith awaits the snap. It's a good one. Back. He gets it away. And Jones is going to take a Raider bounce and come to rest at the 32-yard line as the young man tries to bat it back inside the 30. Tried to get it away from the official, but he was standing right there.
Yeah, definite respect for Jaden Jones' speed.
So no return on the third punt of the night for the Bobcats, and the Raiders will have their fourth possession of the second half with 4:11 to go here in the third, trailing 35-7. See who's back in. Marquise back in at quarterback for the Raiders. First and 10 from the 32. It's going to be a keeper by Marquise. Nobody over there. He's down the right sideline. 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Marquise. 67-yard run. And the Raiders are back on the board. What a keeper and a heads-up play by Zach Marquise on his 68-yard keeper.
Yep. They got sucked in on the dive play.
And nobody out there on the right side.
No. Nice play by Marquise on the RPO.
At the 3:58 mark, the Raiders back on the board. Penton in for the extra point as the Raiders trail 35-13.
Well,
68-yard run for Zach Marquise.
Kick is up, and it's good.
And the Raiders cut the lead to 21, 35-14.
Get on the board, 14. Bobcats 35.
You know, this.
Man, they like the sea, it was like the sea parting. But out this time, it all parted to the left. And he was the only player out to the right.
I went for the ball fake, for the fake too. So well-designed play there by Navarre.
78 yards for Jason Deal.
Was that Jason Deal they're giving it to, or was it Marquise? The announcer said Jason Deal. I don't know.
Was it Deal? The 1 and the 4 are very, very similar. It's hard to tell between the two. We'll get a clarification on that touchdown run. Well, either way, it's a 68-yard score. It was Zach Marquise on the run. 68 yards on the carry. Raiders defense coming back on the field. They need another stop here.
Yep.
Sage Chambers checking in. Thanks, Sage. It was Marquise. The 1 and the 4 are it's on those maroon jerseys, it's kind of hard to read at times.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
Sage Chambers, former QB, I do believe, of Navarre.
Played 3 years at quarterback for Navarre.
He could throw.
He could chuck it too.
He could throw a tight spiral.
Make some noise.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats from their 35. Nice control of the ball there on the staff was a little bit out to his left, but it's going to be a 1-yard gain for Hale. 2nd and 9.
Almost disaster for Buchholz on that play. Almost a mix-up. Got to secure. This is not an area where you get careless.
35-14, Buchholz out on top over Navarre with 3:25 on the clock and running here in the third. We have a 2nd and 9 for Buchholz at their own 36. Whitmore, what an outstanding game. A big play by Grady Kelly. It's a tackle for loss all the way back to the 31. Currently committed to Colorado State, a 3-star defensive lineman.
The Bobcats. And a long 12.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Another nice run there by Kelly. He gets a lot of that yardage back, but he's going to be a little bit shy of the first down marker. See where they're going to spot the ball. He's going to be out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It'll be 4th and 4. A 7-yard gain for Kelly.
What did Yogi Bear say? Deja vu over again? 4th and short?
4th and short. Stay away from the line of scrimmage.
Again, punt safe. Make sure they don't fake it. You've got speed back there. Now I see, I think that's Hall back receiving the punt.
Crystal Lowe checking in from Tampa. Thank you, Crystal. Trent Hall returning the punt, and he's going to go right down where he fielded it. Fielded it? That doesn't sound right, does it? But it's right.
Caught it.
Where he caught it. Okay. That's even better. No return.
Raiders.
No deposit.
No return.
Take over. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Raiders as they trail 35-14 with 2:24 on the clock here in the third. 35-24. 35-14 is your score. I wish it was 24.
Yeah.
But 2:24 on the clock in the third.
Easy for you to say.
1st and 10 for the Raiders from their 23. Miller goes in motion from right to left. It's going to be a late handoff to Rivera. He's going to get out of bounds here on the near sideline, just inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Should be a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5 for the Raiders.
You know, Bill, what's really cool is last year at this time you were traveling to Brady's game. Bill's son kicked for Miles College in Birmingham, and a devoted father. He went to all of his games, home and away, and more on that in just a second.
2nd and 4 for the Raiders. Marquise back to pass. He got a receiver down. He had Miller wide open, and it's going to fall incomplete. 3rd and 4.
Yikes, Batman. So how ironic is it you're doing a broadcast and Brady's following you?
He's watching it in Tallahassee. It's awesome.
But
you know, it's awesome that we're able to provide this service so that people out there who can't make it to games are stationed overseas or somewhere else in the country, they're allowed to watch it tonight. And
Absolutely.
it's going to be an
Hitch
out
pass,
pattern,
yeah.
but it's going to be read perfectly on the defensive side of the ball.
Play brings up fourth down.
But it's going to be a loss back to the 26. It's going to be a loss of 3.
Gainesville came to play, and I think Navarre did too. They just, so far, has just big played Navarre to death.
Yes, they have.
And again, it sounds trite, but you can't express it any differently.
It's going to be a loss of 2 on the pass play. And Navarre will punt the ball away.
Beautiful spiral.
And it's going to take a Raider bounce inside the 40. And it's going to be picked up by Quan Lee as he gets a couple of yards on the return.
Bobcats take
It'll be
over.
first and 10 Bobcats from the 36.
35-yard line.
Nice punt there for Penn.
Yeah, I mean,
38 yards.
most assuredly, he's going to be playing somewhere on Saturday. Just a nice young man, good foot, good kicker.
First and 10 Bobcats. That Raider defense back out on the field.
5th punt of the night for Penton. First and 10 Bobcats from the 36. Whitmore back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He's going to look for his receiver downfield. And there's that Quan Lee again.
Wow. He's special.
To number 5.
It's from the 36 down to the 43. A gain of 21 to Lee. His 5th catch of the night for 175 yards. What a night for Whitmore. 10 of 16, 209 yards and 4 touchdowns. As we're winding under a minute to go here, Lemmy Wilson gets Hale in the backfield all the way back to the 46. Might be the last play of the third quarter, depending on when they spot the ball.
Liddy. Loss of 3 on the play brings up second down and 13.
And I think Buchholz also thinks that's the last play.
That's going to do it for the third quarter.
That will be the last play of the game, last play of the third quarter.
35, Raiders 14.
And we're going to end the third quarter with Buchholz out on top, 35-14. And a 20-point lead, 21-point lead heading to the fourth quarter. They took a 28-7 lead to the half. Both teams had a touchdown in the third, and that's where we currently stand, Bob.
Yep, absolutely.
380 yards of 83 yards of offense for Buchholz, 248 for Navarre. Can't get any more even for Navarre. 124 passing, 124 rushing. Buchholz 209 through the air, 174 on the ground.
Advanced edge. Alfie's Family Rescue.
We'll have a second down
Andrews Institute.
and long coming up
Firehouse
for the Bobcats as we start the fourth quarter.
and Navarre.
The winner, if Navarre were able to come back, they would host Niceville next week, I believe.
Yes.
But if Buchholz holds on and wins tonight, they will host Niceville in Gainesville.
Citizens Field.
Second down and 13.
Second and 13, a pass here to the outside.
Oh.
And if Jaden was looking up, he might have took that one to the house. But it's just going to be an incomplete pass as the ball calmly falls to the ground.
Looking for the catch. A lot of respect for the wide receiver.
Third and 13 for the Bobcats at the Raider 46. Just underway here in the fourth quarter, 35-14 Buchholz.
Look to the pass to you-know-who.
It's going to be a nice run after catch, and I think that's going to give them a first down on the pass to Jackson.
Number 2.
It's going to be a 15-yard gain to Jackson and a Buchholz first down.
Excellent catch. Knew exactly where he had to go. Ran his pattern correctly. Ball placed perfectly right there. Nice pitch and catch there. Very, very impressive offense
With
here.
this whole offense, and the line has been giving Whitmore plenty of time as well.
So he doesn't
Whitmore
get
back to
rattled.
pass. He's throwing it's going to be off in the intended hands of, looks like Lee over there again.
One of the rare times he hadn't caught it. He's caught everything around him.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 on the incompleted pass. Julie Prevet checking in from Hawaii.
Wow.
Her and her husband Derek out there on vacation. It's going to be a handoff to
Number
Hale.
21.
He's going to get back inside the 30, down to the 29.
Ends up gaining 2 on the play. Brings
Give
up
Hale
3rd
2
down.
yards on the carry. He'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Bobcats.
What was that ABC promo? Spanning the globe.
3rd down and 8.
And that's what we're doing tonight.
Absolutely.
3rd and 8.
They drew him off sides again.
That's
Holy
going to bring up
smokes.
3rd and 3. That's the 3rd time, actually 2nd time tonight.
2 times on 4th down.
Encroachment defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down and 3.
Excellent job by the quarterback with the cadence, changing his cadence.
Navarre Lady Raiders over pace tonight, 3-1
There
in
you
soccer.
go. Congratulations, Rob Simon.
Their
And-
3rd and win on the season. They suffered a tough loss.
Oh,
Bailey Houston steps right in front of the pass, had clear pastures in front of him,
Up 4th down.
yeah.
but he forgot one thing,
What was that?
catching the ball.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's going to bring up 4th and 4. And here we are within 5 yards. Once again, I know we keep saying it.
3. Bobcats have the offense back out on the field.
Jet sweep here.
It's going to be a handoff to Kelly.
Line of scrimmage.
And
I
he's
don't
going to
think
get
they
right
get it.
back to the line of scrimmage. The Raiders will take over on downs.
Turnover on downs. 1st and 10.
I think they were trying to
Raiders.
draw Navarre offsides. You want to do that to a team that is aggressive and blitzing and just throw them off of their pace. So that play looked maybe called at the line of scrimmage. Jet sweep, we hadn't seen that yet. And a great defensive play there. Defensive stand, one of the rare times Navarre has held them on downs.
10:38 on the clock here in the 4th quarter. 35-14 Buchholz on top of Navarre. It's going to be handoff to Rivera. He's going to try to cut back. He's going to get out over the 25, out to about the 28.
Penalty flag on the play, I think.
They're going to spot the ball. It's going to be a 5-yard gain.
Okay.
They're getting ready to spot the ball. Rivera with a 5-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 5.
No.
No penalty.
Penalty. Because they
It
told
is. It is going to be a penalty. A personal foul as they move the ball out over the 40 to the 43. So give the Raiders a first down after the 5-yard carry. A personal foul penalty against Buchholz.
Sideline interference. Yes. The Bobcats.
Now give the Raiders a first down. They're only their 6th first down in the contest. They'll have first down at the 43 of their own with 10:22 on the clock, trailing 35-14. Miller goes in, actually Hardy goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, gain 1, bring up 2nd and 9.
Handoff to Rivera. Gain of about a yard. Brings up 2nd down and 9.
Jason Deal back in at quarterback for Navarre. 2nd and 9 for the Raiders from their 44. Trailing 35-14 with 9:47 on the clock. Deal's going to run right into his pressure. He's going to try to find Rivera out of the backfield, but he'll fall incomplete and bring up 3rd and 9.
Good pressure by Buchholz. Flushed him out of the pocket. Hard to set and throw there when you're running for your life. Look for the slant here. Buchholz may try blitzing. Put pressure on him.
Deal in the shotgun. Rivera to his right, trips to the near side. Hall goes in motion from right to left. Deal back to pass. He's feeling pressure. He's going to throw it to Rivera out of the backfield. Rivera's trying to still on his feet and pushes forward into Bobcat territory down to the 48, but he's going to be about a yard shy on a 7-yard completion.
Yep. Defensive player went for the strip instead of going for the tackle, and it's going to make it close.
4th down and 1.
They're going to bring the chains over, Bill.
We're going to have a measurement, but I think it is about at least a half yard to 3/4 of a yard short. We're going to read our last message of the night from the FHSAA. Football fans, the best games are yet to be played. Make plans to attend the 2020 Florida High School Football State Championship games. The intense 1A, 3A action takes place at Gene Cox Stadium in Tallahassee December 10th through the 12th, and 4A to 8A will be at a time to be determined on December 17th and 19th. Tickets start as low as $12. Come out and watch the best of Florida high school football play. Visit the FHSA website at FHSAA.com for more information.
About a yard short. You know what
Which we figured.
You know what they have in the championship games that they don't have in the regular playoff games? Playoffs. They have instant replay.
They do.
If the facility, I know when they played it in Orlando, they actually used it and helped overturn a call in one of the 7A or 8A games. Definitely going for it here.
4th and 1, they bring in the heavy package.
Grady Kelly maybe on a handoff.
Raiders were ready to go, but they had to wait for a late substitution. And there's a run by Jaden Jones, a Raider first down inside the 35, 30, and down inside the 25.
Jaden Jones on the carry.
It's going to be a 22-yard gain for Jones on his first carry of the night.
I think he stays in the game.
And a Raider first down, their 7th on the night. Going heavy package once again. Grady Kelly back there as well. It's going to be Jones once again, but not as much room to run there. It's going to be a 1-yard gain and bring up 2nd and 9. They'll actually give him 2, 2nd and 8 for the Raiders.
Gain of 2 on play.
Interesting. Not seen this set before. So
Lemmy Wilson, Grady Kelly, and Jaden Jones in the backfield. There was a little bit of confusion on that play. It's going to fall incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I think you had perhaps a tackle eligible on that. Wasn't sure.
That was actually Lemmy Wilson coming out of the backfield.
Was it? Okay.
Number 99.
He looks like a tackle.
Usually plays the defensive line. Jason Deal in there. Jaden Rivera back in, trips to the far side, single to the near side. 3rd and 8 for the Raiders at the Buchholz 27. And
He's open.
He's open in the end zone. Raiders on the board from 23 yards out. Trent Hall with his 7th touchdown grab on the season. This one from 23 yards out.
Just a curl pattern. Beautifully placed ball. One-on-one coverage. Had the defensive back of Gainesville turned around.
Raiders trying to cut it to 14 here. Low snap, kick is up, and a good kick by Penton. It's 35-21.
Your Raiders, 21.
At the 8-11 mark of the 4th, 35-11, Buchholz on top.
35-21. Making those ROTC kids do a few more push-ups tonight.
Why
Bill.
not?
Let's get your arms ready. What do you think, Bill? Onside kick here? 8 minutes?
I think it's a little early. (35-21). Penton. He kicks it away. He's going to go out of bounds, and Buchholz will get the ball at their own 35.
Not sure that was planned.
Special teams coach lets Preston know.
I can't remember who the kicker was, but there was a kicker that was interviewed. It may have been Jay Leno or David Letterman, and talking about missing a field goal, and what did the coach say to you? He says, "I just ran straight for the bench and didn't pay attention." Pitch outside.
It's going to be Kelly on the carry. Breaks one tackle, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 44. Just about a half a yard short of a first down. So we'll bring up 2nd and short for the Bobcats.
9 on the play.
Kelly with 3 carries on the night for 26 yards. That's going to bring Hale back in. Nice run there by Kelly on first down.
Yep.
Whitmore in the shotgun, Hale to his right. Hale's going to get the ball, and he's going to get forward enough that, depending on the spot, the referee coming in from the near side has him short.
Yeah, just like when Navarre's on offense, Gainesville can pin their ears back knowing that Navarre was going to have to throw the ball. Now the opposite, Navarre could put maybe 8 in the box, and depending on the wide receiver set.
It's going to be 3rd and 1, 7:30 on the clock and running here in the 4th quarter. 35-21, Buchholz on top of Navarre.
Yeah, I would. Well, they're coming in tight, trying to spread Navarre out here.
That's a quick hitter on the reception by Jackson, and he has a Bobcat first down out to the 48-yard line.
Well, that is a lot of confidence in your quarterback to make that toss, and confidence in your receiver to make that catch and not fumble the ball.
First down Bobcats out at their own 48-yard line. 7 minutes on the clock.
Most teams would have run the ball there. You got confidence. That takes a lot of guts.
1st and 10, Bobcats.
Going to line twins to the far side, single to the near side. They mainly been going to that right side with Lee and Jackson.
There.
It's going to be a pitch to Kelly on the outside. And a great play
Jones.
by Deuce Ned.
Hit the backfield by Jaden Jones, number 2.
Jaden came from a safety position, smelled out the toss.
4 brings up 2nd down and 14 for the Bobcats.
That looked like Deuce Dead to me that came up from his corner position.
Let's go to the replay booth, Bill. Let's go to the truck. Ask for a replay.
Wish I had a truck to go back to.
Yeah. It's funny, as Americans, we're so used to that, aren't we?
We are.
Well, what
no
was that
instant
spot?
replay here.
Yeah.
But you can go back and watch the game anytime you want.
That's right.
Buchholz going to take a timeout. Up 14 with 5:46 to go. They'll be faced with a second and looks like about 14 when we come back from the timeout.
I would not even think about putting the ball in the air and possibly face an interception.
228 yards through the air for Buchholz, 181 on the ground, 409 yards. Navarre with 155 passing, 154 rushing, 309. But the important part right now is on the scoreboard where Buchholz leads 35-21.
Yeah, it was big plays and turnovers in the first half. The play of the game, Bill, may have been the coin flip, wanting to take the ball first.
Possibly. Good call there, Bob.
Wanting to get off to a fast start, and fast start they did.
Second and 14, Whitmore back to pass. He rolls out to his right. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. And it's going to bring up third and 14 on the incompleted pass.
There was no receiver there.
5:37 on the clock.
Navarre is asking for intentional grounding.
But there was two receivers in the area there. It was just a little bit overthrown into the sideline of Navarre. Third and 14. The Raiders need to get off the field here on third down. Trailing 35-21 with 5:37 on the clock. Whitmore back to pass. He's feeling pressure by Grady Kelly. And he's going to get about 6 yards back, and he'll bring up fourth down right at the midfield stripe.
Navarre calls timeout. Probably a smart move because they easily could have killed another minute off the clock.
Ariel Mitchell. Sarah Schuppert. Haley Wisniewski.
Jason Doc Garner checking back in. He's putting his rally cap on.
All right.
And Autumn Henderson.
I love how all you guys are guys and gals are interacting on our live chat, and it's this is what it's all about. Fans talking high school football.
Exactly. Respectfully.
We
ask you to be
that.
respectfully to each other, to us.
Nathan Howard.
Ben
Johnson.
We don't know whether we're going to be back on the roof next week or not. I want to know if you're going to double my salary for next year.
I am.
Are you re-upping my
I am re-upping you and actually doubling your pay.
Doubling.
Hunter Smith back to punt. Nice end over end punt. It's going to be a fair catch at the 23 by Trent Hall. Raiders will have possession right there with 5:17 on the clock, trailing by 14. Let's see if we can head back to the scoreboard real quick as we're changing possessions here.
Your sponsors this year for the cheerleaders, your silver sponsors.
Baker 34, Freeport 22, Mariana 41, South Walton 24. Sewanee and Pine Forest tied at 14 in the fourth. Taylor County 28, Bozeman 7. Pace over Lee 23-21 in the upset. Sneeds 21, Bluntstown 18.
Can I change my pick on the league game?
South Walton just kicks a field goal, 41-30. Vernon 34 over Northview 19.
Wow.
Niceville 42-0. St. Augustine 48-27 over Escambia. Florida High 34, Catholic 27. Fleming Island 23-7. Back to action here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. 35-21. Buchholz on top with 5:17 on the clock. Raiders from their own 22-yard line. It's going to be Marquise on the keeper, and he gets out over the 25, almost extends it a little bit further.
Yep.
Give Marquise 4, and it'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Raiders.
Sounds like Vernon's handling Jaden Jackson of Northview pretty well there. That's a little mild surprise.
2nd and 6 for the Raiders from their 26. Mitchell goes in motion from right to left. Marquise back to pass. He's got a receiver downfield. And Hall cannot come up with it, so we'll bring up 3rd and 6.
He was there. He was open. I mean, Buchholz knows. Corner has safety help there. A well-thrown pass.
And it's going to bring up 3rd and a long 6 for the Raiders. Marquise in at quarterback. 3rd and 6 for the Raiders. 4 down territory for Navarre. Marquise back to pass. He's feeling pressure. Hall, he just throws a little bit in front of Hall. It's going to fall incomplete. Bring up 4th down. Raiders have to go for it here. Got to extend the play. 4:33 on the clock, 35-21. Buchholz over Navarre.
Arno was open on the fly pattern last time. Let's see if they try it again.
Here's your ball game, folks. 4th and 6. Miller goes in motion from right to left. Marquise back to pass. He's feeling pressure. It's going to be a 1st down catch for the Raiders.
Heads up play by the quarterback and by the wide receiver.
I think that was Perea on the catch. His first catch of the night.
Excuse me, Bill. Knowing where the sticks was, extending Navarre's series here.
1st down for the Raiders. Marquise back to pass. He's feeling pressure. He's got to just throw it behind his intended receiver. Fall incomplete.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders.
Stops the clock. That's not a bad play right there. Sure, you would like the intended pass completed, but it stops the clock. 2nd and 10 for Navarre from their 33. Trailing 35-21 with 4:11 on the clock.
Slants there. Oh, there was holding there. 40. Oh, 40. Had him handcuffed.
It's going to fall incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 10.
Pass incomplete.
Wow. You got extra officials on the field. When you spin a receiver around, I mean, no call there.
3rd and 10 for the Raiders from their 33. It's going to be completed out to the 40-yard line and right out of bounds.
That's the way to
Arno on the catch. It's going to be a gain of 7.
Brings up 4th down and 3.
tiptoe to sidelines. Nice catch.
4th and 3 for the Raiders.
Marquise in the game. And I think
Navarre Buchholz going to call a timeout.
they want to think about it. They're 2nd, I do believe. Pace High School.
with the
You were
upset
there.
over Lee.
I mean, you were there. Watched Lee. I think the only people that believed in Pace was Pace. That game
right
was
now,
that game was in Pace.
It was
you
in
said
Pace.
it Wednesday. You know, Lee should have the game, except they got to come to the Panhandle. And Pace came. I believe they came from behind. Did they not, Bill? Or did they have the lead the whole game?
It was they were ahead early. 3:26 on the clock here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. 35-21 Buchholz over Navarre. And Navarre's faced with a 4th and 3. And they come to their heavy package once again. Jaden Jones, Grady Kelly, and Lemmy Wilson in the backfield. 4th and 3. And Jones is going to reach for the first down and extend the Raiders' season. Let's call it a 5-yard gain for Jones and a Raider first down.
Gain of 4. First down, Raiders.
I guess you call that a full house backfield. More like an apartment complex.
1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 44 of their own. 3:03 on the clock. Marquise is going to go down on the sack. First sack of the night.
Sacked by number 50 of the Bobcats. Brings up second down.
Jesse Modikin with the sack. Clock continues to run. 2nd and 16 for Navarre.
4 receiver set here.
Hall goes in motion from left to right. Marquise back to pass. And it's going to be intercepted, folks. Stepping in from the intended pass, Donnie Habert. And it's going to be Buchholz ball with 2:21 on the clock and a chance to run this clock out and move on where they will face Niceville. But we still have 2:21 on the clock. Navarre's 4th turnover on the night. Third here in the second half. Whitmore in the shotgun. 1st and 10, Buchholz from their 34. It's going to be a pitch to Kelly. Grady Kelly with the tackle for loss. So Kelly on Kelly. That's going to be a 2-yard loss.
I think Navarre calls timeout here, Bill. He does a great job on his defenders. You know, all season long he's been double team, triple team, chip blocked by a fullback or a running back. But his speed to the outside is impressive. And he put on weight this year, I believe you said. Hit the weight room.
Raiders call timeout. Stop the clock at 2:14 here in the 4th. Winner will get Niceville next week. Niceville 9-0 on the season, 9 straight running clocks. But they will not do that. If Buchholz holds on in this game, they will not do that to Buchholz. But you never know. I can't say never. 2nd and 12, the handoff to Hale. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and the Raiders defense not giving up yet.
Raiders call another timeout.
I think that's the Raiders' last timeout right there, Bob, if I remember right.
Third down and 14.
You're asking an FSU guy?
But usually, don't you guys get an extra down at FSU?
No,
that still doesn't help.
That's Missouri.
That's right.
Missouri and Colorado.
I remember that game.
Yeah.
No,
First
actually,
down.
I think it was Colorado that got the extra one.
Maybe they did. Well, your team is off. My team has got the number
Your team
one.
is off. Been off for the whole season,
Well, yeah.
except for the North Carolina game. Sorry, Michael.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of Michael, congratulations
Yeah.
once again on being selected to the
Michael Carter.
Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile. The first Navarre Raider, if I can remember off the top of my head, that's been selected to play in the Senior Bowl.
absolutely.
And Michael has accepted, so you have to accept.
Yep.
Third down and 14 for the Bobcats.
You get paid, and probably all the Reese's you can eat.
2 minutes, 8 seconds.
I like
left in the
Reese's.
game.
3rd and 14, 3rd and 15 for the Bobcats. Whitmore in the shotgun. Twins to the near side, twins to the top of the screen. Whitmore back to pass. He's feeling pressure. He's got an intended receiver and a Bobcat first down on the catch to Jackson over the 50 and into Raider territory down to the 47.
Gain of about 25.
The 25 to Jackson.
First down.
And we're down to the 2-minute mark, and it will stop on the first down move. But the clock's going to keep winding here on the Raiders season.
Yeah, I mean, going totally against what you would expect a call like that to throw this late in the game with a only a 14-point lead, but still shows just a lot of confidence in your offense.
Clock continues to run, 135, 134. First and 10 for Buchholz at the Raider 46. It's going to be a handoff to Hale.
Handoff up the middle. Stop.
All I hope that is for Buchholz that Quinn Smith is healthy to play next
Absolutely.
week.
Yep.
He was walking over there at the half, and what a game that young man has had tonight.
And, depending on whatever the injury is, smart move by Gainesville to not play him if he didn't need him.
Whitmore goes into the victory formation and kneels down. It'll be 3rd down as we wind down to 47, 46, 45 here in the 4th quarter, 35-21. And a great sportsmanship going on. As one thing they always do, when I even did it last week in Fort Walton Beach, when you play your last game of the season, we recognize all seniors, and there's 39 seniors on Navarre's roster.
Yeah.
So we're going to mention every single one of them because that's the respect. Congratulations to Buchholz as they move on and will face Niceville next. They will host Niceville next Friday night. And Raiders just not enough on this night as they fall 35-21 and finish the 2020 campaign at 6-1.
Come on, Raider Nation. Show your Navarre Raiders
Very,
some love.
very respectable. Sad ending for some great young men.
And we're gonna go ahead and select our players of the game. And one thing that we told you at the beginning of the game, I try to do an unbiased broadcast. It may slip out every once in a while, but when we come to our awards at the end of the game, we look at both teams when we're giving out our awards. And you got two guys that, well, one you're going to give the Ian Lockwood player of the game to, and the other one you're going to give the offensive player of the game to. And I think with the night that he had, 5 catches for 175 yards, Quan Lee, our Ian Lockwood player of the game.
Yeah, and tell our Gainesville listeners the history behind the Ian Lockwood and former Navarre Raider wide receiver, I believe.
He was a running back and wide receiver, played a little defense as well. The story of the award that I give out to our player of the game is called the Ian Lockwood Award as our player of the game. Ian was a senior that would have graduated in 2011. Unfortunately, he battled a tumor early in his junior year. He went into remission. It came back. And for his senior year, he played his last game against Milton right here. I called the game here. He scored 2 touchdowns in his last game. I interviewed him in the last game of the season against Gulf Breeze. The Raiders went on to the regional finals that year in 2010, the first time they had ever gone under Coach Chad Lashley. ended up getting beaten triple overtime by Tallahassee Lincoln 34-33. But ever since then, in honor of Ian Lockwood, I give our most valuable player of the game the Ian Lockwood Award. And this week's Ian Lockwood Award goes to Quan Lee from Buchholz.
Absolutely. Well deserved. Number 10, forever in our hearts. Ian, and I believe it was it brain tumor. And here's a connection, Bill. Ian spent a lot of his hospital time in Gainesville at Shands, visited by former
Florida Gator Ahmad Black,
Urban Meyer. They developed a great relationship, and when they had the memorial service, Urban came to Navarre and delivered a eulogy of sorts or remembrance. So, to our Gainesville listeners, it means the award is really in name only, but we don't give it lightly. And you've got to give the offensive
Whitmore's
award to the
it was
quarterback.
Either one of those two was going to get Ian, and one of those was going to get the offensive player of the award. And what a game he had! 13 of 23 on the night, 253 yards, 4 touchdowns. Our offensive player of the game from Buchholz, and it goes to Creed Whitmore. The Gainesville local community is going to have a lot of fun watching this young man play for the next 2 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. And Niceville may have their hands full next week. He very creative, got a lot of talent behind him. It's one thing to say, okay, he's a sophomore, but you've got to have some talent around him. And boy,
and they got Quan Lee coming back next year as well. I'm anxious to see that duo next year, and I'll be following them out of Gainesville in the fall.
Is there a reclassification next year?
Not that I know of. Who knows what's going to go on with COVID this year, and hopefully we'll be back to regular
normalcy.
I want to call it regularly scheduled programming in 2021.
Yeah, I mean, think about Leon tonight. That was their first out-of-county game, I believe.
Yes, it was because they were not allowed to travel or play anybody outside of Leon County.
And a lot of counties did that. So in our schedule was
the private schools could travel because they don't fall under
the
county rules.
Right, if they wish to.
And and Florida High, it could travel as well. But they were the private schools in Florida High were the only ones that were able to travel out of Leon County. Your defensive player of the game, I think it's hand downs, Grady Kelly. What a senior performance that over the years. He all-time sack leader at Navarre.
Added to it tonight.
His future is very, very bright. He is our defensive player of the game.
Well deserved. Special teams.
I think we got to go with the kicker and punter from Buchholz, Hunter Smith.
Touchbacks, 3 touchbacks.
3 touchbacks. He was perfect,
Jabari,
5 for 5 on extra points.
Kept Jabari off of out of the equation. Hats off to the Gainesville staff and to Navarre.
Yep. You know, the Gainesville folks get offended when Buchholz calls them Gainesville because they are not the Purple Hurricanes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So just to remind you, it's Buchholz. It's the Bobcats.
The Bobcat. I'll call them the Bobcats.
This year, the best team in Gainesville.
In high school.
In high school.
That
good clarification there.
Yeah.
Can't take anything away from the man just downtown, one Kyle Trask.
Yes, and this is coming from a Seminole. So
most definitely.
Sad to see the season end. Drive safe, guys.
But we're gonna, like I said, we always recognize the seniors, and we're gonna start naming them right here. Number 1, Jason Deal. Number 2, Jane Jones. Glad to have him for the 1 year he was at Navarre.
Absolutely.
Jabari Mitchell, number 3. Number 4, Zach Marquise. Number 6, A.J. Arno. Number 7, Jaden Rivera. Number 8, Matt Perea. Let's go down. Number 12, Connor Eastwood. Number 16, Michael Cook. Number 17, Chris Bridges. Number 19, T.J. Peltier. Number 20, Joseph Simmons. Number 21, Isaiah Miller. Played here his last 2 years. Transferred in from Texas. Derek Percival will be back. Bailey Houston, Thor, affectionately known as. Number 24, Mekhi Domino. Number 26, long snapper Jackson Rainwater. Number 29, Preston Penton. Number 30, Matthew Feldner. Number 34, Evan Macon. Number 35, Marcus Fedorkowitz. Let's move on down. Number 44, Wyatt Busey. Number 45, Troy Moxley. Number 52, Grady Kelly. And, folks, you'll be seeing that young man on Saturdays in the very near future. Number 55, TJ Pemberton. Number 57, Nate Herring. That ends the run of Herrings at Navarre, his older brother Chris. And Bo's still playing at Maryville College. He's a senior there. Nate, good luck to you as well. Number 58, Mason Mallory. Number 61, Garrett Arcio. Number 66, Marcus Feliciano. I'm naming Big Bubba's now, starting with Arcio. Number 67, Austin Gray. Number 71, Elijah Melendez. Number 73, Dawson Higginbotham. Number 74, Preston Brewer. Number 75, unfortunately for Jeremiah, he got hurt in the first game, Chavez Moon. Hopefully he heals up and has a chance to play in college. Number 80, Nathan Comer, lives just down the street from me in Robidoux Estates. And move on to our last three seniors. Number 92, Skylar Newcomb. Number 95, Shane Bristol. Number 97, Jordan Moon. And number 99, Lemmy Wilson. 39 seniors in all. And this class, they could have just not really cared coming into this 20 season with everything that has been going on in our country. But these young men strapped it up every Friday night. They worked hard in the summer when they could.
On their own.
On their own. They came into this season once ready to play. They go undefeated, for only the second Raider team to go undefeated in the regular season. They fall here in the first round of the playoffs to a very good Buchholz team, 35-21.
Right, and we got a bye to this game, and the baby Raiders were also the freshmen and JV went undefeated, so promising on the horizon. You know, it's always sad to when you finish your favorite book, when you read, and you know, in football it's, you know, sad to have your last game. The Raiders last year felt at the end of the season that, I don't want to use the word cheated, but the way that the system, the playoff system ran, Navarre lost out in the playoffs by like 1 or 2 points to Cressu, a team we just call it like it is. We creamed them, and but they got in the playoffs and Navarre didn't. These seniors had something to prove, and I think they did, and I think they can. You know, I know I rattling off trite expressions tonight. They can hold their head high. They represented Navarre well, and we just bless them and hope that they carry on the Navarre Raider tradition. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
It's always greater to be a Raider. We can't leave out of here without thanking the coaches. Their blood, sweat, and tears applies to the coaching staff as well. Head coach Jay Walls, 9th season, 82-22. You can't argue with results. Yeah, they haven't won the big one, but you know what? Success is not always measured by national championships and state championships. He's got the Navarre Raider program headed in the right direction. He has ever since he stepped foot on the Navarre campus. Assistant coaches, Everett Alford, Garrett Bagley, Rusty Baldry, Brian Brinsfield. Great to see Coach Brinsfield back
absolutely.
here after what he went through last season.
Back surgery.
It's great to see Coach Brinsfield back out here. Coach Tony Carter, love the guy, like a brother. Greg Ringhall, same. He's the leader of the Big Bubbas. Brandon Lawson played for Navarre, graduated in 2007, if I remember, 6 or 7. Been here basically since college ever since. James Watson, Kirk Whitehead, Brad Rhodes, athletic director Scott Murphy, dean of students Kim Rankin, assistant principals Brian Howells, Joe Trujillo, and Casey Winfelder, and our principal Brian Nowak. I mean,
yep, and we say congratulations to Brian. Obviously, it's public knowledge. Brian was selected as director of high schools under Dr. Karen Barber's administration, and so I'm sure he's still going to be there. Their dean has been spending some time over at Woodlawn Middle, so they've been a little short-handed on the on the administrative end.
And we can't forget our volunteer coaches as well.
Yeah.
Keith Brahms has been out in training, flying a new aircraft now, so we haven't seen much of Keith. Clayton Dillard, was former Raider after 1 year up in Connecticut. Guy Grimes, Killiam Groom, Josh Hahn, Anthony Hemingway, A.J. Jefferson, T.J. Jefferson, and Damian Wright. Without all these coaches, these players would not reach the level of capabilities that they have performed over the last 4 years.
Yeah, and they learned how to use Zoom and Teams and Twitter and Facebook, and kept in contact with the kids and checking up on them throughout the spring. And just want to say to
we got congratulations from Gainesville. Thanks, Bill and team, for really appreciating being able to watch the game from Gainesville. And, that's what it's all about. That's what we do. This is not about you and I,
right,
and the camera and the video that we do. It's about these kids and being able – they have family, they have friends, they have relatives that aren't able to be here. It's tough to travel 6 hours down the road on a Friday night. Those that are still working with everything that's going on in our country, it's tough, and I'm just glad that we're able to bring them that little bit of comfort, that little bit of distraction in their week and their day, and we thank them for
tuning in. Absolutely,
for tuning in every Friday night. The Gainesville folks tonight as well, but our Raider faithful, we love them, and we appreciate you. Coming aboard every Friday night, the Irish Bill train, and my good friend Seminole Bob. Looking forward to year number 3 next year.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe a soccer game or 2, or a basketball game and 2 down the line, depending on your busy schedule. Maybe we can.
My good friend Joe Settlein checking in after the Niceville game. He runs part of the chain gang over there at Niceville. Thanks, Joe.
Helped us out in
good friend
Crestview.
of mine.
He helped us out in the Crestview game.
I've known Joe a long time.
The camera.
He has helped us out at the Crestview game. That was interesting. Facilities and positioning positioning is probably a better word. With the camera and angle and everything. Yeah. But luckily the top 2 rows were blocked off because of COVID. So Joe was able to get down there and do our video for us, and he did a great job.
Yeah, and
but we got to thank one person down to our right. And we also got to wish her a happy birthday.
Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie, thank you for helping us out on the camera this year. Happy birthday to you. For your sake, you're lucky that I'm not going to sing.
Anne-Marie is definitely shy. Happy birthday. I love you.
And happy birthday to Cindy Williams out there as well, and all those others that are having birthdays on this day. I think that we're going to call it a wrap here, Bob, on another outstanding Raider season, 6-1. And we would love to have more games, but the games that we did have, we truly are grateful.
Well, and we wish our friends in Gainesville much luck against Niceville. We had a game scheduled against Niceville, and because of COVID, we were unable to play that game. And I want to say we're just Bill works for the government. I'm a school teacher. We do it for the love of the game. We don't get paid. Bill has Bill has some nice equipment. But, back a couple years ago with when we covered Fort Walton, just getting radio was a big thing. Now you added.
But I'm forgetting one group of people, too, as well, before we head out. Josh Dye, September Dye, Miguel Navarro at our IT company in Pensacola at Your Tech Professionals. They are amazing. And they're the ones that pushed us towards YouTube this year and OBS. And it's the best move I think we ever made this year. And we owe a lot to them. They're behind the scenes. They're not seen. But I tell you, everything about this broadcast runs through them, and I can't thank them enough for what they do to keep Irish Bill sports up and running.
Oh, absolutely. And again, we're not ESPN, we're not CBS, NBC. We're just a couple of guys who love Navarre football, love Navarre High School. Our kids went there. My kids are going there now. Both of yours went.
2012, 2016.
Mm-hmm. Two of mine have graduated from there, so Lord willing, the creek don't rise. When Anne-Marie graduates in a couple years, we will have sent forth through here. We do it because we love Navarre football. We hope you have enjoyed it.
We're going to do one more Irish Bill's Twist on Sports next Wednesday to wrap up the season.
Okay.
From Culver's in Navarre, and we'll talk about our players of the game for Navarre for the season. And
you got to remember your challenge.
Your challenge. Show up at Culver's. The first person to show up on Wednesday night at Culver's, I will buy you dinner.
To
whatever you want.
To
well, not whatever you want, within reason.
To see Bill, not just to show up at the counter and say, "Hey, I'm the first person." To see Bill, we're in the back part of the restaurant, and come see us and say hello.
We may even let you on the air for a few minutes.
We may do that. And again, many thanks to our sponsors.
Oh wow!
Our sponsors are checking in. The producer, the company she works for.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting everybody but the most important person, the producer. And she knows I don't like to – she knows she doesn't want me called my wife. But I tell you, without her, she lets me do this. And I'm glad that I have a wife that I do that allows me to live out my dreams. And she's very intense on what she does for a living, too. Mm-hmm. So we got a great relationship after almost 31 years now.
God love you.
And she allows me to do this. And
definitely
not allows me to do this, lets me do this because this is what I love to do. And I'm just glad that I remember it was last year we were getting ready. I was getting ready to do my first game. I didn't have a color analyst. And you messaged me the night before the first game and said, "Bill, do you have anybody?" And I said, "Well, I'm glad you messaged me, Bob, because you're going to be in the booth with me this year." And we'll be working at 3 years next year. So I appreciate you helping me out a lot over these last couple of years. And I look forward to many, many more calling Navarre Raider football games.
Absolutely. Enjoy it thoroughly. Look forward to it. And, we set all kind of records tonight and viewership.
Look at these playbacks, over 1,800 playbacks.
And, for us, just a couple of average Joes.
So that's all we are.
Who love football and also to those who won tonight, congratulations. To those that didn't,
that fell a little bit short.
For the underclassmen,
work hard.
But
work harder in the classroom.
Absolutely. Next year starts tomorrow.
That's right. And I think we're going to go ahead and end it tonight here as we end the 2020 season. We've enjoyed bringing you Navarre Raider football on IrishBillSports.com. And until our next game in the fall, and hopefully it'll be on time, may the wind ever be at your back. This is Irish Bill signing off for the last time in 2020.
Good night, Navarre, and God bless.
Love y'all, folks.